Hey there, gorgeous gays. Version 2 here with Splatoon 3 Return of the Mammalians. They're still returning. We need to get rid of them. Ah! Wait, actually, if I'm going to do that bit, I should probably go over here and go, ah, get rid of the Mammalians. Get rid of them. Ah! So we're back. We're back. We still have, like, a bunch of levels to clear out with this. And eventually we'll get to the super boss. Eventually we'll get to it. But we still have a bunch of this to do. What was that one level that I did skip? Okay, so those aren't birds. That's the terrifying one that we're going to go back to at some stage. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Out of all the stuff, that's the one I don't want to do. Barriers. They've got you covered. Defeat Octo Disco. Oh, I remember that Octo Disco level. I remember the Octo Disco level. I vaguely recall it in some capacity. I'm so terrified of that box one with the Squiffer. There's too many goddamn Squiffer time limit challenge ones in this. I'm getting a lot of text. I'm getting a lot of text today. So, Octo Discos. Tri-Stringer, a weapon I'm definitely good with. Definitely great with this weapon. I mean, I did do that other level with all the boxes with this. We do have to redo that level. Though I imagine with anything that isn't the Tri-Stringer, it's going to be a hell of a lot easier. Bye. Bye. Hello. So what's the range of this thing? Oh, it does hit that. Nice. Wow, this thing's tanky. That thing's tanky. It takes several fully charged shots with all 3 shots hitting it to kill the Octo Disco. Why do Octo Discos have so much health? Surprise! I really, like, I want to like these. Like, I want to like stringers. But like most weapons in Splatoon, I'm bad with it. I swear I'm getting pushed away from that thing even without being hit by it. Is the hitbox a bit bigger? Am I an idiot and I am being hit by it? All of these are possible. All of these are possible. Get out of here. Wow. Wow, they just marched in and killed me. Wow. Okay, pay more attention next time. Jesus Christ. I was not expecting that. Wow, that was just instantly. That was just instant. Hey, Mikey! I'm doing so good at this. I'm playing... Look, I'm playing your weapon. It's totally the reflux. And look how well I'm doing it. Look how well I am at it. I swear I'm still being pushed away without being hit by it. Yeah, yeah. It has like this... It has a shockwave that pushes you away. It does... I'm not imagining things. It does also do that. Reflux Senior. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So how do I do this? Can I just do this? God damn it, okay. Okay, I'm just gonna go and shoot them. That's probably an easier plan. It's just easier to shoot them, isn't it? It's just easier to break it and shoot them. Rather than trying to kill the Octo Disco. That's just a lot easier. I should have done that beforehand. Whee! Really don't want you getting hit by the actual damaging wave by surprise. Understandable, but still slightly annoying. Also, sup, Deku? Really? There's this many... Really? Like, multiple people or literally anyone cares about me doing, like, these levels in this? I really think, like, no one would watch this. Hi, everyone! Hi, everyone! Welcome to the most boring thing I've got going on my streaming channel at the moment. It's fun. I enjoy these levels, just, you know. It's just all stuff that I've done before. Did that thing die? I guess I shot the outside of it, not that it died. These things are... I fucking hate these things. I really do hate the amp stamps. I hate them so much. They just take so much damage and they're so awkward to kill. They're just awkward because of the way they work. Whee! Whee! Oh, I could have... Oh, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I have 47,000. It doesn't really matter. I'd have to hand in the thing like every day for what? Like a month and a half? What's up? Well, that makes this a lot easier. That's a lot. That makes that. I'm a smart person. I'm a smart person. All of you should I have things to do on a Thursday night. It's Friday, thank you very much. I need to do more table surf. I have not done table surf since that initial stream of it. Look, I'll be honest, I haven't played a shit ton of Splatoon 3. Pretty much, like, this whole year has been chaotic and awful and messy and busy. But, fucking, the last, like, 2 months have been so much, like, there's been so much shit that has just been interrupting my life in the last 2 months. I haven't played much Splatoon. I mean, hell, there was several weeks where I hardly streamed, right? So I don't think it's that surprising. So what's the goal here? I mean, other than, you know, the goal. Eh, it died. It at least eventually died, so now I can kill this thing. Don't shoot me. There we go. 1 down, more to go. Yeah, like there's been, like, I want to do the whole Splatoon thing of just like, hey, I just like stream like the multiplayer stuff because it's fun every now and then. And I've done like 1 episode of every game mode except for Salmon Run, which I did a second one. Because of the random rotation. And I've already missed a random, one of the random weapon rotations, for a video for it. Just not great timing of, Splatoon coming out with, like, everything, like, my life just being busy as hell. Which is... I'm very concerned that I'm not gonna get the catalog maxed out. By the time the battle pass ends. I only have unlocked up to Little Judgment Table Surf. How do you unlock like more characters? Is it just higher ranks, or is it for unlocking the characters for Table Surf? Is it about rank, or is it about beating like the people that you can fight? I have no idea how it works. We were very much just messing around with whatever when I did the stream. I have no idea how it actually functions. Yeah, this is the last month of the Battle Pass, which, yeah, I was correct. I'm irritated that Splatoon has a Battle Pass. It both drives me to not play it as much, because sometimes I'm just like, I wanna play it. Ugh, but Battle Pass. And that's just like the entire thought process, and then I just don't play it. But it also concerns me, because I'm just like, if I get to the end of this month and I haven't done it, then I just missed part of the Battle Pass. And then I'm even more dejected and I want to play it less in the future, because that's just how I work when it comes to time-based stuff like that. Rank? Okay. So I need to grind out rank for table surf off camera, and then we can do another stream of it at some point. That's gonna be the goal. That'll be the goal. Again, it also requires me to be able to... Oh, damn this. Going through levels with this is ridiculous. It also requires me to, you know, actually have the days... I'm getting a lot of messages. It requires me to be able to stream on my Splatoon, because the idea is like Splatoon Saturday, because, you know, I stream like my normal weekdays, I stream my weekdays, like after my work shifts, and then I stream on the weekend for Final Fantasy 14. So I have 1 day off, and that's my Saturdays. The idea is just like, I don't stream on Saturdays because, well, I want 1 day off where I'm not streaming, and that's the day where I'll do grocery shopping, because I get paid that day. So it's like, if I'm to stream that day, I have to start streaming later. So that was the idea. It's just like, I can chuck in Splatoon and do like a 1 or 2 hours Splatoon stream. It'll start an hour later, but because it's shorter, it'll like finish at the same time as others. And because it's only a short little one, like on the side, it won't like add a massive amount of exhaustion or workload for me. And then I've been busy or completely exhausted from work, like basically every fucking Saturday since. And it's just like, god damn it. God damn it. This is the difficulty with me in like live service games. Is just like, it's so hard for me to be able to know, okay, I will actually be able to stick with doing the things that I want to in this live service game. or like keep up with the times. Like, there's been a bunch of games on like that I've wanted to like do a lot more of on the channel that are, even if they're not strictly live service, it's just like while they're relevant or like multiplayer focused, or community focused, do them when they're out. Like, I would have done, I would have liked to do like a shit ton more Mario Maker 2 and stuff. Which like I did a decent amount of Mario Maker 2, but like I could have done more, but it's just like, you know, sticking with these time-based things. Very difficult for me. And I always used to consider it was because I was too lazy to do stuff. And then, like, the last 2 years or so, I was proven, no. I'm incredibly not lazy. You just have to look at the amount of hours on average that I stream per month and realize that it's definitely not that. Like, I worked an absolute fuckload last week, so I didn't stream last week. I streamed once last week. But, like, I had, like, 1 day off work to recover from a very busy week, and I've gone back, and I've now streamed 5 days in a row at the beginning of this week, so, like, it's definitely not me being not bothered to do stuff, just, you know, life busy and messy. I miss Mario Maker 2, dropped it for a long time, and then forgot. Well, that's kind of my thing, right? It's just, like, I was doing Mario Maker 2 when it came, like, when it came out, I did a couple things in it. And then, I missed a little bit, because, you know, things get in the way. And then by the time I was, like, ready to go back into it, it was, like, not as relevant. Which, like, generally I don't care about, what, like, playing games, whether they're currently relevant or not. Hell, just look at, like, the games that I typically play and how many, several years afterwards I play. But for, like, live service or community-based games, it's a lot harder to do that. Like, I'm incredibly fucking lucky that Final Fantasy 14 is working the way that it does. Like, I'm playing content that's 7 or 8 years old in that, in a, like, a live service, massive community game. But they haven't removed any of it, and, like, all the areas are still, like, you go to fucking Limsa, which is, like, one of the first areas, and there's still shitloads of people hanging out everywhere in Limsa. There's still people willing to, like, run that content with you. I'm very lucky that FF14, despite being a live service game, keeps up all that old stuff. Well, like, I mean, like, not everything's there, but the stuff that's missing is what, like, way smaller parts, like certain community events and things like that. Where, like, if I miss, the battle pass in this, then it's just like, okay, there's gonna be, like, 8 in the game's life cycle, and I'll just miss a bunch. But, okay. Never finished figuring my, Mario Maker 1 levels into 2, I only did the first Trumpworks level. Oh, I remember this level. Oh, I remember this level. I remember this level now. This is now refreshing my... This is now in my memory. Okay. Oh, that collects shit for you? Oh, that collects them for you too. That's interesting. Okay. I did not realize that would also collect them. Fuck. Burning a few too many of those. Okay. Oh. Yeah, because just shooting the arm collects X, doesn't it? I forgot about that aspect. No, shit! Fuck. I tried. Okay, this level is scary. This is a scary level. When I did this last time, I very much chose the best weapon for it, because I used the brush. So, this is slightly terrifying now. I can't miss these sections. Like, I do need to clear out the sections as I'm doing them. I can't really afford to have to backtrack to these things. Same level implies I had a level based on Tom said interesting mechanics. I had a level that I was working on in Mario Maker 2. The issue is that I made a burrito that even God himself couldn't eat in Mario Maker 2. Because I made a level, and the theme of the level, it was Bopopolis. It was meant to be like Bopopolis from Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. And that was like the gimmick of the level, being like that level. But I could never beat it. And I was too stubborn to change parts of it to be stuff that I could beat. So I'm just like, no, what I've got is good, and I really like it as a level, so I don't want to change it. So I was too stubborn to actually, you know, make it possible for me to beat. Hey, I did it. I was about to be murdered, but I did do it. But I did do it. Because it was basically an entire level Because if you don't know Bopopolis in Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, basically there's no solid platforming, like there's no solid platforms or anything for the entire level. It's like bouncing on bouncy platforms and enemies for the entire level. Almost murdered means you weren't murdered. I know I survived. Because I'm just that good at video games. So that was like the theme of the level. And so like the whole level was just bouncing on platforms and bouncing on enemies. And it was I liked the level, but I could never, because you had to beat it without using checkpoints. And beating without checkpoints was not something I could do. But it would have been so sick. If Mario Maker 3 ever happens, I want to remake it and then stream the process of trying to beat it. I genuinely think it's a sick concept for a level, just incredibly difficult. Because it's not the type of level that I've seen like a ton of in Mario Maker stuff. Like I've seen a lot of like there's obviously like a lot of high level difficulty like trick levels and stuff like that, but a lot of the trick level jumps in Mario Maker that I've seen, like the way the platforming is based around like super precision, moving around like tons of death spikes and things like that, where like there wasn't a ton of like obstacles to hurt you. Like there was spikes in a couple places, but it was more so about just you have to bounce across these enemies correctly, otherwise you would die. Like you'd be bouncing on enemies or falling platforms, and if you didn't get them on, wow, that was really easy with the sniper. I was terrified about doing that with the E-Leader. That was probably, I think both of those went easier than the brush. I think I died a couple times to the brush. But it's probably because I know the level now. Or at least know that it exists and know the idea of what to do for it. But yeah, because it was mostly about just getting bounces right rather than trying to navigate around very specific obstacles. A lot of the platforming did get very specific. But it was more so about if you don't do it correctly, you'll fall to your death rather than navigate a bunch of spikes. It was a really sick level. But there was no fucking way I was ever going to beat it. So what do we got here? Destroy the targets to reach the goal. Oh, is this the one? I think this is the one. This is the tri-stringer one. So we did this with the hard one. Or at least, I hope so. I feel like my aim is constantly going up really high. Just my natural aiming. Alright, hopefully this isn't anywhere near as difficult with a blaster. Okay, the range isn't that far. I have to keep that in mind. The range on this isn't that far. This is a rapid blaster, not a rapid blaster. Rapid blaster bird. Wow, it destroys these in one shot. Okay, that makes life easier. This level whips, but it seems like hell on earth. Doing this level with the tri-stringer was so goddamn satisfying. Hard as hell, but it was so satisfying when I eventually did it with the stringer. It was so goddamn satisfying. So this is a target practice level that I can do where it's about timing more than precision. Because you can just wait in the right spot and just wait for the timing for it rather than having to like whip around massively. I also don't have a charge time on this, so if I miss a shot and don't get it perfect, I can just, like, you know, shoot again. But I'm getting most of these in one shot. I see a message after this. Yeah! You already got them all? I'm just that good. I'm just that good. I forgot that this level has 0 checkpoints. I forgot about that aspect. No checkpoints anywhere. There we go. Whee. Yeah, got it. Just barely. Just barely, but I did get it. I was relying way too much on just holding down the thing. There we go. Oh god, I hate this part. Oh god, I hate this part. Fucking, I hate that so much. I hate that so much. It's so mean. It's so mean. There's never used the duck on Amiibo costume, took advantage of Amiibo Mario's small height, so transferring them to two will require changes. There was so many more outfits and Amiibo costumes in one. There was an absurd amount of them in one. They had all like the challenge levels that that they gave out over time. That gave you like a new outfits. There was a shit ton of collaboration ones too, wasn't there? My brain is saying Hatsune Miku was one, but I could be wrong on that. But yeah, Mario Maker, like Mario, despite being on the Wii U compared to the Switch, I mean, that's just a lot of Nintendo's like update over time games that they've put on the Switch have fallen victim to the exact same issue. But there was a Maker one. I do remember that. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, I feel like there like Splatoon 1. I feel like Mario Maker 1 got supported way more long term and better than Mario Maker 2 did. But again, that's just I don't know why the Switch is like that. Also, yeah, I had Baby Metal. I forgot about that. I don't know why, but it really does feel like that. Nintendo have been really dropping the ball when it comes to like keeping up with their games on the Switch. It's not to say that every game needs to be updated forever. Like, I'm not saying if any game, regardless of what it is, doesn't get updated, then it's a dead game or anything like that. I highly disagree with that. But Nintendo have made a bunch of games on the Switch that they're very clearly wanting to do the live service model with. Like, the whole structure of the game and, like, the way they're planning to do stuff is explicitly that live service model. And then they just don't do it, or do it really poorly. Like, there's been so many games on the Switch that are like that. Like, Splatoon is seemingly one of the best better examples, because this game has a ton of stuff at launch. So at least, like, this game is a full game at launch, at the very least. Like, there's more than enough here to play the game for 3 months for this one. Though we've yet to see a single update of like big content. So how much are we going to get? Like, if December rolls around and their plan is every 3 months is like 1 map and 3 weapons, then yeah, then we know how this is going, right? I mean, I wouldn't expect more than 2 maps. I wouldn't expect more than 2 maps. Maps weren't super frequent in Splatoon 1 and 2. Though I think weapons were relatively frequent. I gotta be careful not to do full charges on some of these. Because I'm thinking this is like a Nautilus or a Wall Point where I can recharge in the middle of a thing. I cannot do that. But listen, just Mario Maker 2 in the first place, like a movie costumes left me a lot less ideas for levels. Yeah, I can understand that. There we go. One big update where they added Link and the Koopalings. Yeah. Yay! There we go. There we go. That may be one of the best levels. Well, I don't know about best. That may be one of my favorite levels in Return of the Mammalians. Doing that level with the stringer, hard as shit, but it's so goddamn satisfying. So goddamn satisfying. Linus, I feel like you can run through a long list of Switch games that Nintendo clearly want to do the live service / frequent update model, and I don't know if any of them have been done I don't know if any of them have made people happy. I don't know if a single one has made people happy. Do the updates are bigger and beefier? We'll have to wait and see. I mean, I think it's Splatoon. This is the series where they've had the model in the past and they've executed it. Everything else, they're doing it for the first time on the Switch, or at least most things they're doing it for the first time on the Switch. Switch Sports was done before on the Wii U with like Wii Sports Club or whatever it was, and it still seems to fall into the same problem of the updates that it gets over time are incredibly lackluster and far apart. That when you consider how little content the game had to begin with and the promise of getting more stuff later, it's disappointing. Oh, I remember this level. Thanks advantage to AoE of the stringer and blaster. Getting those precision shots with the stringer to explode to hit everything is so satisfying. It's a great level. It's a great level. I'm gonna start with the dynamo because I hate myself. I fucking hate this weapon. I really do. I hate this thing. I'm not using the dynamo. I'm using the fucking burst bombs. I am now a burst bomb main. Like, I haven't touched much of Switch ports, but from what I've seen, its updates are pretty lackluster and stuff like that. Mario Tennis Aces is that. I've seen people say that Strikers is a little better, but it's still not great in terms of like how its update life cycle has been going. Like, there's Mario Golf, Mario Maker 2, as we were just talking about. Like, it feels like there's a lot. Mario Strikers Battle League is missing, so there's not a lot of content. Well, that's the thing. Like, again, I'm not someone who, like, I don't want people to assume that I'm thinking because the game doesn't get constant updates all the time, it means it's a worthless game. Like, games can be finished when they're finished, and the idea of good game at everything that doesn't get updates all the time is absurd and ridiculous. The thing is with the Nintendo ones is that they start with very little content and then add very little afterwards. So you just get these games that come out feeling like they don't have much, and then they add very little later on. So by the end of the game's life cycle, it still has less than what previous entries would have. And it's just, it's bizarre that it is so consistent on the Switch. Like, if Splatoon has good updates, it'll be like one of the only ones where, like, it had good stuff. Most of the games came out and were finished, and that's it. So that's the thing, I'd be fine with, like, all of these, like, Mario sports games just coming out with all of the content that they had planned, with, like, the same variety styles of content that they had in, like, previous entries on, like, previous consoles, and then it's done. And then it's done. Like, I don't want every game to be a game as a service. Like, me wanting to stick with a games as a service game has to do something right for me to stick with it, because it's the type of thing that I can drop a games as a service game or like a battle pass game so easily. Like, I enjoy Pokemon Unite, and Pokemon Unite seems to have like decent update seems to have a decent update structure from what people have spoken about. But its battle pass stuff is just like, yeah, no, I'll pass. So like, I don't know, etc., absurd idea about how the games industry wants to turn every single game into a games as a service when it's absolutely not necessary, and how many of them are not great. Again, that's why, like, for Splatoon, I'm willing to do it. One, I enjoy the content so much. Two, it normally starts with enough stuff that I don't mind. Three, it has a, what was it? I forgot which ones I've already said. It comes with enough content to start with. It doesn't make me feel like I always need to play it. I need to stick with it for so long to be able to enjoy the updates as they come over time. Just slightly taken away the catalog system in this. And the game as a service aspect for this works with the community. Like, having constant Splatfest and stuff like that helps charge the community for this, which is one of the best parts of the game. So for Splatoon, I'm willing to, like, deal with games as a service stuff. But then not every single game needs to be it. And there's a lot I haven't touched any of them, so I don't know how egregious or bad it gets. But I have seen examples of single player games being like that, and it's just like, literally why? Literally, why do single player games need to be like that? Like, the furthest extent a single player game should go for it is something like Monster Hunter, where it's just like 4 update patches that are just like, hey, here's some new monsters over time. Monster Hunter is, again, an example where I'd say it works well. I don't think it's strictly needed in Monster Hunter, but they've definitely leaned into it. And outside of Rise's original release, which COVID, but like Worlds and Iceborne, and I don't know about Sunbreak, but people seem happy with Sunbreak from what I've seen, but I haven't seen anything of it because I haven't played it yet. Like, Monster Hunter also seems to be doing a good job with it. Though even Monster Hunter, again, Sunbreak had its issues of just like, I think Sunbreak was more, not Sunbreak. I think Rise was more so an issue of expectations being set by previous entries that Rise was never planning to meet, so it gave people the wrong impression. Like, it's not a case of the game ended up not having enough content or updates over time, just people had a very different impression of what it was going to be, and then it wasn't that. because they're expecting it to be like World of Iceborne. It's like something games industry, something capitalism, something equivalent ability to create worthwhile products for the sake of getting a quick buck. Yeah. Well, I mean, what I'm ranting about here is capitalism, isn't it? What I'm just on another capitalism rant. Just how it affects the games industry in this specific way. Again, it's what concerns me about Splatoon. Like I fucking love Splatoon. Like I've been with this series from like the first entry, and it's just I fucking love this series and I love playing it and stuff like that. But I've mentioned it in other LPs. I mentioned it literally earlier this stream, I think, of the idea of just like even this game that I fucking love and adore. The fact that it has a battle pass sometimes makes me not want to play it. Like, there are days where I'll go, ooh, I want to play Splatoon. Oh, but it has a battle pass. Oh, I don't want to engage with that. Hey, there was something up here. I saw this and I'm just like, why is this here? So I had to try it. Season pass thing, killed the hype I reserved for Chocobo GP. Yeah, Chocobo GP. Chocobo GP, yeah, perfect example. People decided, yo, Chocobo Racing's coming back. Here's an aggressive season pass. By the way, like, pre-purchase the game, get Cloud, like, for a limited amount of time. If you don't get Cloud now, you'll never get. And it's just like, all right, okay. Like, Chocobo GP does not need to be a fucking games as a service. It just doesn't, right? Of course, they announced Mario Kart 8 DLC not too long after that. It was out of my mind completely. I don't think I've thought about Chocobo Racing GP until you mentioned it then, since that announcement of the booster course. So again, like, at least the booster course for Mario Kart 8, like, there's nothing in the game that's saying I have to, I should be playing Mario Kart 8 until the next patch of the booster course stuff comes out. And also, the game already came with, like, more fucking stages than any other Mario Kart. So it's just stuff to add on top that every now and then I get to enjoy. Like, we started in, like, the 360, PS3, Wii generation of, like, getting more consistent, like, DLCs and expansions and stuff for console games. And I have nothing against those. I have nothing against expansions, or DLC or anything like that. I mean, obviously, case-by-case basis, some of them are bullshit, in terms of pricing or anything like that. Obviously. But, like, going from that to the games as a service model sucks. But scores are alive. An attempt to keep an older game alive, not cash grab a few people trapped in a new one. That word there is my exact thing that when it comes to like the battle pass stuff. Trapped. It fit like the idea that the game's design is just like, I have to play the game. I have to play the game. I have to keep up with it and stuff like that. I'm just like, motherfucker, I'm a busy person. I'm a slow person when it comes to playing video games. Look at the amount of games that look at how many different games that I stream and look at how long it takes me to complete them. Then also realize that games that I stream are the games I play through the fastest. If I'm playing through a game in my own time that I'm not streaming, I'm playing it slower than than the games that I'm streaming. So the idea that a game wants me to, like, play it that aggressively all the fucking time, no thank you. I undid the thing a little too early there. Whoops. It's the Vegas Mobile Addiction's problem. That's why I pay to win. Mobile game is still so huge. Yeah. Like, it's just, Again, it's literally what, like, because my brain's response to that type of stuff is immediate rejection. Like, I don't fall into those traps because my brain just immediately rejects the concept outright. Nice, did you see that shit? Oh, I'm so good at this. I'm a ringer with the tri-stringer. Unique payload for weapons. Like, my brain's response to seeing battle pass things, addiction model, things like that, is just outright rejection. It just makes me not want to play the games at all. And now that's happening to Splatoon. Like, I can't, like, I would be... I tried to jump. Like, I want to play Splatoon just for the joy of playing Splatoon. I enjoy the multiplayer enough that playing the multiplayer in of itself is a fun enough time that I'm willing to play it just for the sake of playing it. And then the slight extrinsic models in the game of just like, oh, I can level up my character to get access to new weapons. I can, like, get, like, things for my, like, slots for my gear, so I can, be like slightly better in battle, just like slowly over time. Or I can get some money so I can buy some new cool stuff. They're all like the cool extra little bonuses. They're like the little extras to just on top of it to just give me that like a little bit more like satisfaction at an end of a night of playing, of just like, oh, I got these cool things, right? Like it's just a little extra bonus. And like that's what I want Splatoon to be. But then the Battle Pass is here, and the Battle Pass just makes me go, no, you don't actually want to play Splatoon today. The Battle Pass is just telling you that you want to play. You only want to play the game because it has a Battle Pass. So, no, don't boot up the game, don't play it today, because you're only playing it because there's a Battle Pass, and don't do that. And I'm just like, but I want to play the game because I enjoy it. But then my brain says, no, you want to play it because of the Battle Pass, so don't play it. And like, it fucking sucks! It fucking sucks that I'm having that with a game that I genuinely love outside of that. Like, my brain's, like, rejection of that model and going into that type of stuff is pushing me away from a game that I would just play on my own. And that feeling fucking sucks. Like, I know that's, like, not a super common problem, and obviously the people who fall into the trap to remain stuck in the game, like, as you said, addiction, because, again, for the people who think the word addiction is exaggerating or incorrect or anything like that, I would like to remind people of what the literal definition of addiction is, which is compulsive behaviors in spite of the negative consequences, while being aware of those negative consequences, yet you still do it. And look at the way that people talk about making sure they complete dailies to complete a battle pass, or look at the way people talk about having to play it all the time to keep up with the thing until the new thing. And then you realize that it literally is addiction. It is by the psychological definition. It is. And my brain's response to that is just outright rejection. But for the people who do get into that addiction trap, I'm obviously not like saying that my experience of I feel bad when I play a game that I want to play, that I generally just want to sit down and play. I'm not having a worse experience than those people, but like it negatively affects like everyone, and it just sucks. Like I was saying for a long ass time, with seeing how many different Nintendo games had a Battle Pass. I was saying it for a long ass time. I fucking hope that Splatoon 3 doesn't have it. I desperately hope that Splatoon 3 doesn't have it. And it doesn't have anywhere near an egregious model of it compared to some games, but the fact that it's still there, it still has that impact on me, and I knew it would. I knew it would. I knew if it had any form of Battle Pass, it would have that impact on me. It's stronger than I thought it would be, which is surprising. But, it's there at all, so it's having that impact on me at all. And it fucking sucks that it does. Though it's not the reason that I haven't streamed any of the multiplayer. It's not the reason that I haven't streamed any of the multiplayer. I just haven't streamed the multiplayer because I haven't had the time. Me not streaming the multiplayer is a different thing. That's a different thing. I have a specific day of the week that I want to stream it on, and I just haven't been free on those days. And I don't want to stream it on another day because I can stream something that more people would watch, and I can put more time into, for like longer series. Splatoon multiplayer is meant to be a bonus on top of everything else, so I only do it if I do other things, and then it's a bonus. I don't want to start replacing other stuff. Something like this is like single player combat, so it's different. Does sound like it sucks. I don't even think about the catalog. Hey, most of the levels I get during the Splatfest when I was just trying to get tricolor battles. Well, that's the thing. For the people who just want to play the ever-loving shit out of the game, for the people who would just play shitloads and that's just how they are, they're the people who like their experience with a battle pass system is it's just a couple extra rewards while they're playing, like how getting money or like your normal level ups is just an extra reward while you're playing. Like that's the best case scenario for the battle pass system, which in that case the game already has things inside of it that do that. And then you've got people like me where my brain's response is rejection of that system entirely. So my brain just doesn't want to play the game at all. My brain just doesn't want to play the game at all. Bang bang, bang bang. And then you got the other people where, like, their worst case scenario is the fact that, you know, they get suckered into it and it negatively impacts their life. So it's just like, the best case scenario of Battle Pass systems is like the same as like other things that already exist in the game, just without the time limit. Last of my bang bing bits. Thank you. Thank you for the bing bang bits. Bang bing bits. Bing bing bing. Bing bits. They're just related. I understand bought Splatoon because I'm not willing to pay for Nintendo Online. I love this game and I want to play it so bad. Well, I pay for that subscription service, especially when I know Nintendo doesn't even have the service to maintain it with that money. I mean, they literally don't even play this game. They don't even put this game on server. Weren't you the one telling me that this game's literally not even on servers? It's all peer-to-peer. Weren't you the one telling me that? The game, like, this doesn't actually have proper servers, which is fucking ridiculous. So I think, like, the main reason I'm willing to pay for the subscription service for Nintendo, like, I don't use the Nintendo Online stuff. And this just goes into one of my bad traits when it comes to money. Money-wise, right? It's like $25 for 1 year, and I can buy that 1 year subscription at some point. So the way that my brain will work it is just, I don't have to think about how much this cost. And just every now and then, it'll be, oh, my subscription run out. Do I currently want to play any games online on Switch? No, then I don't have to worry about it. Oh, nice. Oh, there is games that I want to play on the Switch right now that are online, and my subscription's out. Okay, I'll buy a year, and then I don't have to think about it for a year. So, yeah. I mean, that's one of my things when it comes to money. I am like, I very much do, like, there's a lot of times where I don't even think about the value aspects of money, of just like, is this thing worth the money that I'm spending it on? My brain always only ever does the calculation of, do I want it and can I afford it? My brain very, very rarely actually goes to the, and is it worth it part of the equation for money? Which is not a good thing. It's not a good thing. I'm not terrible with money. I mean, the fact that I live on my own in a 3-bedroom apartment and I can afford it, and I haven't sent myself bankrupt, I think that demonstrates that I'm not bad with money. I've been able to sustain living on my own, renting a 3-bedroom place for like, what, fucking 8 months now? And I haven't sent myself broke. So it's not that I'm bad at managing money, but when it comes to like things that I do or don't buy, my brain doesn't even think about the value of it. The like, is it worth it part. It's just a part of my brain that gets skipped. It's not a good thing. It's not a good thing, but it ends up meaning I totally understand the idea of like not wanting to pay for it because it's not worth it, and that's fair. It's just not that's just not, my brain just skips that part of worrying about it. Nintendo doesn't use service for their online. It's all peer-to-peer. And online's an empty charge. Paying for permission to use the internet that you already pay for. I totally get that. And that's a reasonable response. But my brain doesn't think about that part. My brain just thinks, do I want to play it online? Yes. This is how much it costs, so I pay it. Like something like price ranges have to get really high for them to like broach the barrier of it's not worth it for me to buy. It has to get really far. Considering I play Smash one side of Mario Party, so they're not getting online is off table for me. I'm not skipping games that I want to play. Well, that's kind of my thought process. If I want something, I pay for it, and the price range has to get ridiculous. It's not a healthy mentality. It's not a healthy one. It's why I'm still considering buying the Lady Maria of the Astral Clock Tower Bloodborne statue. The only way to get that is from third-party sellers online nowadays. And is the Lady Maria of the Astral Clock Tower Bloodborne static figure worth $1,000? Is it worth that? No! But if I get to the point where I have a spare $1,000 and it's available to buy, I'm going to buy it. Like, that's what my brain does. I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm just explaining. That's just how my brain functions. It's fair enough, though. I don't have many online games that I play. I've used online specifically play Splatoon 3 and basically nothing else. I mean, to be fair, at this stage, that's what I'm using it for. There's not many online games that I stick with for a long period of time. I mean, I'd be using it for Monster Hunter. I'd be using it for Monster Hunter if I was playing Monster Hunter right now. When I go back to Monster Hunter, I'll be using it for that. But I'm not playing Monster Hunter. But it would be like I haven't booted up Mario Party in ages. I haven't booted up Smash in ages. I boot up Mario Kart like when the expansion things come out. Like that's part of the reason why I love Splatoon so much, is that it's hard for me to stay motivated to like want to keep playing a multiplayer game for the intrinsic value over a long period of time. Most multiplayer games for me are I play it for a little bit, oh I enjoyed my time, and I'm now done with it. Splatoon is one of the few purely competitive multiplayer focused games that I want to keep coming back to. So that's why Splatoon is like my favorite competitive multiplayer game, because it's just the one that I always want to come back to. Like, there are other multiplayer games that I play consistently, or I want to keep playing more and more of, but they're all cooperative ones. It's like Final Fantasy 14, it's Monster Hunter, and they're all ones where you're working with people, except for like the daily frontline match I do in 14. But Splatoon, as one that I want to play against other people, it's the only multiplayer game that I want to consistently play against randoms online. If I get like into a group of friends and we want to consistently play the shit out of something, then I'll like want to stick with it, because I'm playing with my friends and stuff. Like when I was going through MOBAs, or when we're like going over to people's houses to play Smash and stuff like that. But in terms of just I want to boot up this game more and more and more to play the online aspect of it, just to go against random people. Splatoon's the only one that has ever made me want to do that consistently over a long ass period of time, which is why it why it hurts so much that my brain is like having the battle pass get in the way of that enjoyment. Like, because it's now just like the only multiplayer competitive game that I want to play consistently, while having a system that my brain just outright rejects, makes me not want to play any games that haven't existed. Like, it fucking sucks. My Nintendo Online went out like a month ago, but I haven't had any online games to play. Again, that's kind of what I do. That's what that's where I don't think about the price of it. It's just, I just go, I'll buy a year of it, because it's cheap to buy a year at one time. Unlike, like, buying, like, PlayStation Online is really expensive to buy it all at once, because it costs, like, over $90 to buy a year's worth of PlayStation Online. Hey, World 5 done, by the way. World 5 done, by the way. It costs like $90 to buy a year of PlayStation Online at once, so that I buy on a month-to-month basis if I want to use it that month. But Nintendo's is like really cheap to just buy it to just buy for a year, and then when it runs out in a year, if I'm not actively playing anything, I just don't renew it until I want to play something again. When I start playing Unite because other games came out, my group usually I usually play with have also not been playing as often either. I mean, that's also a thing for me for online games. There's not like online games that I play with people much anymore. Final Fantasy 14 would be the closest, and I'm mainly playing with people in FF14, like when I'm on stream with all of you. Like, the people that I'm friends with nowadays are not the types of people who like go online and play online games. Like, the people I know either prefer single-player games, so so everyone plays those and then talks about them later, or they're people who are excluded from majority of the video games industry because they don't make it accessible for blind people. So I also don't have that. I don't have, like, a group of people that I play online games with, which is, again, why Splatoon is so different, because even without plenty of online games, or plenty of multiplayer games, I'm willing to play if I have a group of people. But Splatoon's been the only one that I'm just willing to just keep playing on my own all the time. I don't think I've ever used the Splatana Stamper to take out, like, basic enemies. Like, actual, like, human enemies. Oh, right, go over here. From memory, this level's long. From memory, this level is long. The sound this fucking thing makes. The sound this fucking thing makes. Nice. Okay, so this thing kills with, like, one range shot, and, like, one charge ranged, and one just quick range. There we go. Okay, that's pretty good, actually. I mean, it's basically playing a charger, which I'm bad at. It's basically playing a charger, but you know. For just fighting off random for fighting off computer players, I can do that. I still play Mario Party and Smash because I play it with my nephews when they're both here, or online. I played Smash a shitload with my family, but never online, and like only when we lived with each other, and even then, that stopped a few years ago. Like they all moved out earlier this year, but I hadn't like played Smash with them in person for quite a while. And by quite a while, I mean we mainly played Brawl together, and then we did 4 a little bit. We never really played Ultimate together. Most of my multiplayer time in Smash overall was Brawl. I mean, Brawl was the game that was like the Smash game that was around when I was in like almost all of high school. I think like Brawl would have come out when I was in like years like 8 or 9. So like early high school, and Brawl would not have come out until after high school. So it was just like playing with friends, it was Brawl, and then for the family, it was just, well, when my family started, we all started playing games together. Brawl was just, again, the one that happened to be out, then eventually 4 was out for like a little bit while they were still interested. Oh, they all ran off the top. Oh, okay. I remember this part. I remember chasing this part. Die! Go around the corner, I dare you. Die! No! No, 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 no! 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 Oh god, I went really far back. I have no idea how to use this weapon. I'm realizing I don't know how to use this weapon. If I get direct hits with this, how much damage does that do? It takes like 3 range attacks. There we go. I have no idea how to use, well, just Splatanas in general. It's not because it's the Stamper. It's not because it's the Stamper. I'm like this with the normal Splatana. Any weapon that requires a charge time in this game, I'm going to be shithouse with, unless it's like one of the 2 Splatlings that I like. I've considered maybe, I've genuinely wondered, should I switch to not using motion controls in this game? I do wonder to myself if I should stop using motion controls in this game. Because I feel like I'm way worse at aiming in this game than most shooters. And I'm wondering if that's because of the motion controls. Maybe I'm not doing the motion controls very well. Because I feel like my aim in this game is fucking trashed here. Not that my first person aiming is great with like a pure analog stick, but I don't know. I've considered trying to use the Joy-Con. So instead of like rotating a Pro Controller in my hands to like aim at where the center of gravity between my hands is, I aim with pointing a Joy-Con, but I do not like aiming with the Joy-Con for the stupidest fucking reason. Which I'll explain once I kill these things. This whole stream is just gonna be me talking about how my brain is really dumb. This stream is just gonna be me talking about all of the weird, silly quirks that my brain has when it comes to things. Okay, so, pretend that this hairbrush, right? Pretend that this hairbrush is both a Wii Remote and a Switch Joy-Con. I swear I'm going... Maybe I shouldn't use that because it's black on a black shirt. Pretend that this thing that is not a dildo is it. It's a can of deodorant. Just, if you can't see that in the shape of it. Okay, so pretend that this is a Joy-Con. This is why I don't like aiming with a Joy-Con compared to why I love aiming with a Wii Remote, right? Okay, so when I'm aiming with a Wii Remote, you got the A button, you're up here. B button, under here. I'm holding it like that, okay? And then I'm pointing like that. So I'm pointing like this by moving, like, rotating my hand around like this. And it's like the line that goes through my whole hand, like where all of my hand is wrapped around the line that goes through the middle. I'm aiming with that, and I feel like I can do that very accurately. But the Joy-Cons, have one of their triggers on the end. So instead of holding it like this with A and B, I'm holding it like this. Try it. The Joy-Con's a bit flatter, so it's a bit harder to do. But I'm aiming it like this, right? With my finger on the ends. Like wrapped around the end to be the trigger. And that completely throws off my aiming. Because again, the way like my hands will manually aim it is like a line going, again, center of gravity. It's like, if I'm aiming this, I'm aiming with my center of gravity. Where this, technically the center of gravity is probably still somewhere in the middle, but this being here, like, closed off at the ends, completely throws off how I aim. Just having my finger on the ends. It completely throws me off, and I can't, like, point accurately. So I don't like aiming with Joy-Cons. For, like, pointing and stuff like that. The one time where I'll handle it, as opposed to, like motion control Joy-Cons rather than not, is specifically Breath of the Wild, because of the bow controls. And that's just because, like, the slowdown motion controls that you do in Breath of the Wild with that, I can fine-tune a Joy-Con easier and faster than a right analog stick, while I'm doing, like, the slowdown, slow aiming. When you, like, do mid-air aiming in Breath of the Wild. So it's, like, the one capacity where I can handle it. And that might be why it's fucking me up here, because I've also got my fingers here. So, yeah. I don't know. I've considered switching off motion controls for Splatoon, because I'm just, again, I feel like I'm way worse at aiming in this game than any other shooter. I'm not great at first-person shooters. It's never been my thing. It's never been my thing. But I feel like I'm way worse at aiming in Splatoon than most other shooters that I play, which is confusing considering I put more hours into Splatoon as a shooter than other things. Ah, that's not where the level goes. I also play Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles on Switch, because of Salvager playing it on GameCube together with GPN connectors. All of my, like, Game Boy Advance connection stuff, it was all Pokemon. It was just all Pokemon. Who else? Who else here? Shout out if you're a real one, and you, played Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire, and you downloaded Jirachi onto your copy of Ruby and Sapphire by using the Game Boy Advance to GameCube adapter to connect it up to Pokemon Channel. Who here are the real ones who did that? Pokemon's another series that I've fallen off with. Every new generation that comes out for Pokemon, I say, this is going to be the generation that I keep up with it. This is the generation I'll make a living dex and play, like, more of the competitive multiplayer. And then I never do. That's mainly a time thing. Oh, except for Generation 8. That was because Sword and Shield sucks. Though I imagine the competitive aspect of Sword and Shield is probably very good. From what I've played of Sword and Shield, I imagine the competitive aspects for it are probably decent. It's probably better than what we've had last few generations. Because while I don't like Dynamaxing, it's sure as shit better than Z-Moves and Mega Revolutions. I still don't like it. I still don't like it. But not Sword and Shield about it. Real one's got a bonus disc. I am not a real one. Oh, right, okay, I think I remember. I think it was only European copies. I think only European copies did that. I think European copies were the specific ones that connected to Pokemon Channel like that. I think it was a Europe only. My brain is saying that I did hear distributor at some point. Well, PAL region, I should say, because that's still Australia. Fun fact, I've only ever played 3 Pokemon games, so 2 of them were legally official games. Only 1 was legally owned. I've played a fuck ton of Pokemon. Pokemon nowadays is just something that I like way more in theory than practice. As in playing the mainland games, like, is a fine experience, but again, with someone with limited time, I elect not to. But, like, I fucking love the little dudes. I love seeing the Pokemon in each generation. Obviously, you can see, I have the plushies in my background all the time. I love collecting the cards. I've been interested in the side games. I still want to play Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. It says, if I like Pokemon Mystery Dungeon DX, the remake, I still want to play that. It's just, if I'm going to play it, it's going to be on stream, and people will have to vote for it. But I'm excited to play it whenever I do. So I think that particularly, yeah, I think it was PAL only. I think it was a PAL exclusive thing for Pokemon Channel to connect Jirachi to Ruby and Sapphire. I think it was PAL exclusive. I seem to recall hearing this. Climb the enemy field tower to reach the goal. I do not remember this one at all. A lot of levels here I don't remember. Where is Jirachi today? Where's Jirachi? Jirachi! Wait, Jirachi! That's Jirachi. Hi, Jirachi. Hi, Jirachi. Ah, Jesus fucking Christ. It's funny that the Pokemon that I have the most copies of across all of my games is probably, completely unironically Victini. And not even because it's my favorite Pokemon, I feel like just there's been so many goddamn events that let you download Victini that I would just have a million copies of Victini just sitting around across all my different games. Victini has been a promotional Pokemon so goddamn frequently. But there was obviously the original release of Black and White where it actually came with the, like the actual pass to do the event for it on Liberty Island. And then there's the ones that have like all the special moves, like the ones that had like the Zekrom and Reshiram moves, the ones that had like Draco Meteor, the ones that had V-Create. They have the Colosseum bonus disc, though, and got Jirachi that way. Yeah, see, okay, I definitely didn't get Jirachi through Colosseum. I definitely did not get Jirachi through Colosseum. So yeah, that's definitely a difference. That's definitely a difference in regions. I never ended up getting Ho-Ho in that. I tried so hard to get to unlock Ho-Oh in Colosseum, and I never did. I never got him. I think it was the Mount Battle or whatever it was called. I tried a bunch of times to get to floor 100, and I could never quite get there. I purified all the Shadow Pokemon, but I just didn't get that far. When's the Pokemon Colosseum LP? Oh my god. So sad that I get to use Houndoom again, Scarlet Violet. I still don't know if I want to buy those. I still don't know if I want to buy them. Like, they do seem more promising than Sword and Shield. But to be fair, a toaster that can make 4 pieces of toaster at once instead of 2 is more promising than Sword and Shield, so like that's not really saying anything. I also feel awkward whenever I criticize Sword and Shield, because there's so many people who criticize Sword and Shield for stupid fuckheaded reasons. Like a lot of the criticism around Sword and Shield got really stupid, and that a lot of the criticisms were just very dumb. So I feel, I always worry that when people see me criticizing Sword and Shield that they think, oh, you're one of those, the trees don't look perfect, so the game's shit. And I'm just like, no, Sword and Shield sucks just because all of the locales and areas are incredibly fucking dull and uninteresting with the most bare bones plot ever and no interesting characters because all you do is fight Hop 9 fucking times. That's why Sword and Shield sucks. And it's so annoying because Sword and Shield has banging fucking music. Oh my god. Sword and Shield's music is so fucking good. And I would put like in terms of the generation of the Pokemon themselves, I'd put Sword and Shield pretty high up there. Not my favorite. Not my favorite generation of Pokemon in a single generation. But it's pretty high up there. So like, there are those aspects that like that are there to enjoy. It just sucks that like the actual experience of playing through the Pokemon journey that is Sword and Shield is just so dog shit. It's like, it sucks. It sucks. Sword and Shield was very much the one that made me realize how important that part of the experience of the Pokemon game is. No, correction. Sun and Moon made me realize that because Sun and Moon are my favorite is my favorite mainline Pokemon games because of how good that experience is. Sun and Moon made me realize that. Just Sword and Shield cemented why it's important because it did the exact opposite. So that's what sucks, is that I loved playing through Sun and Moon as an experience, right? Like, because like there's obviously so many aspects to Pokemon, like as games, the actual Pokemon designs, how the meta plays out and everything like that, how like what content is there for like for like completionists and post gamers and stuff like that. Like, there's so many aspects to a Pokemon game and stuff like that. And I'm like, it's not to deny the importance of any of those. Again, I don't have opinions on how good or bad Sword and Shield does that for post gamers. From what I've seen and heard, it does a decent job for like metagamers and post gamers as a Pokemon game. But from how good Sun and Moon were as a just an experience of the journey, from like booting up the game to end credits, but how good Sun and Moon was for that, to how fucking bad Sword and Shield is, it made me realize how important that aspect of those games is as well. Because, my god, it's like, Alola feels like a fucking place. Alola has all these interesting locations to go to, and interesting towns and cities, and, like, cool stuff happening there, and it feels like a world that exists outside of, like, Pokemon are there, and also a world is there outside of that, and stuff like that. And Sun and Moon, I think, really did a really good job of that. Black and White, I think, did a pretty good job of that as well. And then Sword and Shield is just... every single town is a straight line. There's a Pokemon Center, there's the gym, there's like 2 buildings you can enter and talk to people, and that's literally it. And then when you're going in between the worlds between it, there's like a handful of people to talk to and a fight against Hop again. And it's the entire fucking game over and over and over again. The mushroom place looks cool, and it wasn't a single straight road, so it's the best place in the game. And the snow place, the city for the snow region, was almost a figure 8. So it wasn't a straight line either. I like to love Pokemon Introduced Gym. I love my Giffy Fire Dragon, but as far as I agree with everything else, I think it has really good Pokemon. There are really good Pokemon in Sword and Shield. It's a good generation of the Pokemon themselves. Again, I'm not saying it's my favorite, but it is good. Like, Dracovish terrified the shit out of me when I saw it. Like, when I first saw Dracovish, I genuinely recoiled. And let out a scream. Like, not a massive scream, but like an astonished sound when I saw Dracovish for the first time. And I was like, what the fuck is that? And I, like, started freaking the fuck out on Twitter and talking to people. I'm just like, what the fuck is this fucking thing? What the hell? And then some people I was talking to assumed that meant that I didn't like Dracovish. And I'm just like, how often does a Pokemon make me react that viscerally to it because of its existence? Dracovish fucking rules because of that. Like, it wasn't a positive emotional experience that it elicited out of me, but it elicited a strong one. And that's just as good. Like, no other, there's been other creepy Pokemon or other, like, weird Pokemon, but none of them have hit the, oh dear God, what the fuck am I looking at, the way that Dracovish did. And it's so sick because of it. It's so sick because of it. Well, when I figured out what they were going with, it's a worm, in the apple. Oh, you're talking about, wait. So I'm forgetting, because you're talking about the flappy wing one, right? Wait, are you talking about the flappy wing one or the turtle one? Because I remember Applin does have 2 evolutions. Are you talking about the turtley one or the other one? Because I guess the other one does look a little more like a dragon, because it, like, flies. But I couldn't remember if that one had an apple pie. The whole group, just the whole thing. You know, they're great. It is great. Like, I know people love to criticize Pokemon for the food ones being stupid, but fuck you. Fuck you. The ice cream Pokemon are cool. Like, the ice cream Pokemon are cool. Like, god damn it. But I will say that the Applin one, like, Applin and its line are, like, the best executed versions of, like, the food Pokemon pretty much ever. I don't know if I know better better executed Pokemon that are food than the apple ones. They are really well done. They're awesome. Yeah, there's a lot of really good Pokemon in Sword and Shield. And the music fucking slaps so goddamn hard. Oh my god, Marnie's theme. Oh my god, the gym theme where, like, the crowd starts chanting you on in the middle of the gym theme. It makes you feel so fucking cool. It's just a shame that the game sucks. executed was better executed. Alolan Executor, best thing ever. Alolan Executor, just a giant fucking tree. This worm's in Absolute Grammar, so why not making a worm instead? Yeah, so it's fucking dragon type. Yeah, again, like, yeah. It's just a really cool idea. It's a really cool idea done really well. I mean, that's my thing. Like, as much as I can criticize, like, Pokemon over the years, for, like, a number of the recurring issues that they have in their games, and stuff like that, and the fact that, like we were discussing before, Pokemon is a series that, like, it doesn't get the chance to do the stuff that, like, it could do, because capitalism, industry, a new generation of Pokemon has to be released every 3 years. It is mandated. The devs do not have a choice. There are so many different, like, people who need to make money off Pokemon, who rely on a new generation of Pokemon coming out every 3 years, so they're never given the time to make a good game and stuff like that. Like, outside, even with all the criticisms, I will say, there's never been a point where Pokemon have not been on point with the designs of Pokemon. Pokemon have always been consistently designed good. Even the generations that I say aren't as good as the others, Cop Johto. Like, even if I say there's generations that I don't like as much design-wise, I'm not going to turn around and say this generation of Pokemon overall is bad. There's not a single one. It's the part that they've always nailed. Now, a lot of it is because they're kind of down to a formula at this point. But it's a formula that fucking works. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And they've still got a lot of ideas in the tank for that. Like, for the archetypes that need to appear in every single gen, sometimes those can do it a bit more. Where do I go here? Where do I go here? I don't remember this level at all, and I've been talking too much to focus. But so I've never really found any of the designs that interesting on the basis of being Pokemon. Some that I just like aesthetically ranking them as Pokemon. I never know how to go about that, because I don't really have a unified design theme apart from vaguely creative animal, and even that isn't universal. I think it's part of why I've never been very interested in it. Titular Mons kind of feel like a grab bag. See, that's what I love about the Pokemon. That's what I love about the Pokemon. I love that they have, like, that they're all over the place. But I totally get if that's not your thing. It's here. I totally get if that's not your thing. But it's the fact that it's the fact that a Pokemon feels like it can be anything. That's what I like about Pokemon. Like there's 900 of the creatures, and they can be anything. But I would still say that most Pokemon still feel like inherently Pokemon. Like they all have a inherently Pokemon vibe to them, I would say. But that's more of like a feeling kind of thing. Like I can see a Pokemon and know it's a Pokemon and not a Digimon or a Zoid. Where, while they can be so many different things. And how much of that is just like the nostalgic of idea of like when you're playing Pokemon, when you're younger, you've got your ragtag group of Pokemon and you're just like, oh, I like these ones, and like you go for the style that you like, and just like, I like the cute ones, I like the badass ones, I like the weird ones, and then you go with your friends and like they've got their own completely different ideas that they like. Again, I think that's what I like about Pokemon having such different varieties, is that like what a person's like group of Pokemon that they find is their favorite, and like if they had to make a team of 6, which do they choose, has like that element of just like that person's 6 can be so different and tell you so much different about them compared to what other 6 someone else might choose, and kind of things like that. And that's a very like child-esque feeling. But even with Pokemon's flaws, I feel like it's a feeling that they've still been able to accomplish this many years down the road. Yeah, the appeal, I suppose I'm being a bit syndrome and gross about it. If anything can be a Pokemon, nothing is kind of mentality. No, I totally understand it. I totally understand why that would be the case. It's just the case of, for some people, that's going to be the thing that turns them away. For some people, that will be the thing that appeals to them. And there's nothing wrong with that, and nothing wrong with anything like that. I mean, that's a thing that I've said plenty of times. You normally, for an idea to like really capture some people's attention, it needs to really off-put other people's attention. Things that are more specific that certain people will like, that means other people won't like, means that the people who do like it will probably like it more because it appeals to them more particularly. Like, I I can talk all day and all night, and what? You should not be coming over the wall this early. What the fuck? What? Oi! What the fuck? You don't come over the wall this... What the fuck? Bros! My dudes, what the fuck? What the fuck? I'm not at your part of the level yet. Calm down. Only ones I wouldn't say that don't look like Pokemon are Ultra Boost, but as to the point, and they're pretty much interdimensional aliens. Yeah, yeah. They look weird for Pokemon, and it's like, oh yeah, it's because they're fucking not. Same with Eternatus. Eternatus isn't meant to be a Pokemon, so that's why it looks like that. I mean, yeah, like, a lot of the ideas of, like, why I like Pokemon are probably because of that nostalgia idea. But whether it's, like, how much of it is nostalgia and how much of it is just, like, I had that experience when I was a child, and because of the way it's designed, I can still feel that experience the same way I did when I was a child, despite being a much older adult with much different thoughts and ways of thinking about things. I can still see a Pokemon and think about that Pokemon the way that child me would. And maybe that's just because I did it when I was a child. But how much of that is nostalgia and how much of that is just enjoying something? I don't know. But also, nostalgia as a thing. Like, you've got some people who will just be like, nostalgia is everything. I want everything to be like when I was a kid. Life was good when my entire bedroom was Nintendo. The new Star Wars movie should have more Luke in them. Luke should be the only thing in all the Star Wars because that is you got the people who are that nostalgia, and then you got the people who are just like anti-aggressively nostalgia. Anything that's even slightly nostalgic is just like not worthy of any form of merit or anything like that. Whereas I'm just like, nostalgia in its inherent state is neutral. It's how it's used and why it's used and everything like that determines whether it's a positive or a negative influence. But I can definitely understand the idea of pushing against nostalgia more when you've got so many people who try to define everything in the world as being nostalgia and nothing else. Again, just Last Jedi. Just Last Jedi in general, right? Like, seeing those people who completely unironically post those pictures where it's just like, this is what The Last Jedi should have been. And it's just a picture of Luke, Leia, and Han, all slightly older, in like a shot-for-shot reshot of something from like one of the original, some of the original Tridge. And it's just like, so you just want the new movie to be exactly like the old thing that you've already seen and know? And nothing else different? Which is apparently now the entire marketing strategy of Disney for everything related to Star Wars. Apparently Andor's good. Apparently Andor's good. I have considered entertaining the possibility of watching Andor. Like, I have no interest in Mandalorian. I have no interest in the other stuff that Star Wars has been putting out, stuff like that. But I will say I am vaguely entertaining the possibility of actually watching Andor. Now, is that because Rogue One is my second favorite Star Wars movie? Yes. Yes, entirely. 100%. 100% it's because Rogue One's my second favorite Star Wars movie. Well, literally, why else would it be? Of course, that's why I'm considering watching Andor. I mean, it's a TV show, so I probably still won't watch it. But I am at least slightly more considering watching it than anything, than a lot of other TV shows. I can't fucking believe Rogue One came out, and then Last Jedi came out, and then the response to all of that happening was, let's make Rise of Skywalker. I've entered that part of my life where I have now thought about the fact that the Rise of Skywalker exists as a movie. So now my entire day is ruined. Today is now unsalvageable, and it will be marked permanently as a bad day in my life because I thought about the Rise of Skywalker. Sorry. I was the entirety of Star Wars discourse left me the impression that you shouldn't have bothered making new movies at all. People complain about Force Awakens being too much like New Hope. People complain about Last Jedi not being enough like original trilogy. No press is good for us for a series anymore. I mean, So that's the thing, it's like, I liked The Force Awakens. And even while watching it, I could tell it's just like, yeah, this is very A New Hope. But like, I feel like the parts of The Force Awakens that were like A New Hope, sometimes it got a little excessive, but like I would say overall it wasn't like in a bad way that it was like A New Hope. Like, hey, it's a new group of people and they're dealing with the exact same problems in the past because the problem hasn't been properly dealt with. It's almost like commentary on these structures and stuff like that, and how it doesn't just take like doing one big thing to fix everything. It's like you have to consistently do it over time, and if you don't, then mistakes of history repeat, etc. and stuff like that, right? And then Last Jedi came in. I really thought that was the point they were making. And then Rise of Skywalker came out, and then I realized, oh no, they did just make New Hope again, didn't they? And also, the people who say that Last Jedi is not enough like the original trilogy are people who do not remember what Empire Strikes Back is like. Because you can definitely make a criticism that The Last Jedi is too much like The Empire Strikes Back, and you can be correct. You can absolutely make that an argument that isn't ridiculous. Because it really is. But then Rise of Skywalker happens, which I still... But the impression I get is that you put more thought into the point of these movies in the past 5 minutes, and the directors did the entire development process. One thing, when I watched The Force Awakens, the thought process that I just had, I thought was what they were going for. And then when I saw Last Jedi, I thought that confirmed, oh, this is exactly what they're doing. The Force Awakens is meant to be not learning the mistakes of history, so they're doomed to be repeated. And then The Last Jedi starts the process of changing. And then the Last Jedi is the thing that like changes that, because like, you know, it's about like power to the people, like a Jedi doesn't have to be any particular person, you know, all of that stuff. And then Rise of Skywalker happens, which I still stand by. People may think I'm exaggerating, but I do genuinely think that The Rise of Skywalker is the worst movie I've ever watched. I genuinely do believe that it's the worst film I've seen. Now, is it the worst because of, like, technical details? Is it the worst because it's the worst plot? No. But, like what I say about why my favorite games are my favorite games, or why certain games are, like, my least favorite games, I say that The Rise of Skywalker is the worst movie I've ever seen because I've never felt emotionally worse having watched a movie than Rise of Skywalker. It may not be the worst thing made in terms of, like, specific objective criteria or anything like that, but when I've watched bad movies, I'm just like, wow, that was a bad movie. Where watching The Rise of Skywalker is a process of, I should never have bothered watching anything related to Star Wars for the past several years, and I have wasted my time ever caring or hoping, and this was a mistake. I made it. Like, I've never felt so emotionally just worthless having watched a movie than that. Because that's just all that Rise of Skywalker does to you. And so it's because of how I felt once I finished it that I'm just like, this is the worst movie I've ever seen. Because no other movie has made me feel so shit for watching it. Like, it's just an aggressively awful piece of media. Quote J.J. Abrams, why trilogy turns so bad. Having a plan, I have learned, is the most critical thing, because otherwise you don't know what you're setting up. Damn, I wonder if there was several other times in J.J. Abrams' career that he could have learned this before taking control of a multi-billion-dollar franchise. I wonder if J.J. Abrams has possibly had a lot of opportunities to learn this and he has refused in his entire life. Oh, wait a minute. He has! It's the main problem with a lot of his things for all the time! Look at that, we still have another weapon for this level. I mean, I don't think not having a plan is why Rise of Skywalker turned out so bad. Rise of Skywalker is a multi-million-dollar subtweet because you're mad that someone made a movie better than you did. Like, because Rise of Skywalker isn't just fucking stupid in terms of its plot. It goes out of its way to try and reject everything that The Last Jedi was and tried to say. Like, it goes out of its way. Even to tiny little details. Like, it's not just that it undoes, like, the core themes of Last Jedi. But even just little parts of the movie, it has to turn around and go, well, it was like that in Last Jedi, but that was stupid. And it's just like I forget her name, the purple-haired lady. Oh yeah, there's more Big Bangs. Like the purple-haired lady who did like the hyperspace thing in Last Jedi. Like they have like a line of dialogue that's just to turn around and say, no, that's dumb and stupid. We don't like that. And it's just like, it didn't contribute anything to the plot. Like, there's no plot reason for it to be mentioned. Like, there's nothing. It's just, you mentioned it. You had a character mention it just so another character could turn around and say, nah, fuck that. That's stupid. That's dumb. Like, you're a fucking idiot for thinking so. And it's just like, you're only doing this because it existed in the last movie. And it's just, fuck Rise of Skywalker. It's aggressively awful. So as I said, I have now thought about Rise of Skywalker today. So for me, today is written down as a bad day. It is unsalvageable at this point. Today is only a bad a bad day because I thought about Rise of Skywalker. It can't be saved. It's fun to just sometimes let out a tweet that's just like, hey, have you been having a good day today? Well, did you remember that the Rise of Skywalker existed? And then you actually get people commenting just being like, God damn it. God damn it. I was enjoying today. The weather was nice. I had like a good breakfast. And you had to fucking ruin it. I really don't like Rise of Skywalker, in case that's not clear. I really don't like it, in case that's not clear. I should do more episodes where why did I skip this one? I skipped this level. Reach the goal quickly. Oh, I remember this level. I remember this level. I should do more things where I'm just casually going through stuff like this. Welcome to my single person podcast. I'm your host, Fire. We're discussing literally whatever pops into my mind for a solid 3 hours straight while focusing on the game in basically no capacity whatsoever. Maybe that's why people tuned in. Maybe people know when I'm just doing content like this, I'll just talk about whatever, so it's just a completely different experience. And those scenes are only complaining because people complain about last movie, which is like, why put responses to critics in your movie? Again, that's what I mean. The movie feels like a fucking multi-million-dollar subtweet. Like, it's a really expensive subtweet. Why bother? Am I doing okay? Not falling behind. All right, no, it's only on a per platform basis, isn't it? I forgot. Yeah, this level's only on a per platform basis. It's not an overall time thing. It's per platform. Get out of here. Die. 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 Actually, Mikey, if you're still around, I've been using the carbon roller lately in multiplayer. It's really fucking fun. Ah! Platforms fell away. Carbon roller is very fun. I'm not good with it, but it is very fun. Someone needs to play Get Up, Break Free, or whatever the name of the song's called. What's the name of the song? Spoiler alert, the final song from Mario Odyssey. God, that's so cool. God, that was such a good moment. God, the end of Odyssey was so good. It's something that Nintendo feels... I feel like Nintendo's been really... But somehow I feel like Nintendo's become the game company that's the best at it, but like dramatic, awesome finales. Like I feel like Nintendo for a while were not good at it at all. And like there was a bunch of games that did like really cool, exciting finales. And I feel like just over the past like, I don't know, like 2 console generations, possibly 3, maybe some Wii U ones as well. Sorry, just like original Wii ones. Like there's just been a bunch of games that Nintendo put out where like the ending is just so fucking exciting and cool. Whee! Whee! There we go. I love the carbon. I hope it gets next burst bombs at a better special. I mean, because it has the zip. Is carbon that I was using something like a day or 2 ago that had Zipcaster. Is it the carbon roll that has Zipcaster? Because there's also the Octobrush that has Zipcaster, and I just do not understand the Zipcaster at all. So I basically don't have a special when I have a Zipcaster. They've really improved over time. Well, it's just like when I think about exciting endings to video games, Nintendo are now the company I think, yeah, Zipcaster, gross. Like Nintendo is the company I now think of for like exciting video game endings. Like, I mean, the game that we're currently playing, right? But like, end of Mario Odyssey is sick. Ending of like 3D World is really sick. I don't know, I feel like there's been a lot of sick, like they've been doing a good damn job. Like it was something that like awesome, amazing, like best endings in a video game that you've seen because of how exciting they are. Like that was the territory of Platinum for a while there. And now it's like Nintendo. How's Bayonetta 3? Is it even out? Is Bayonetta 3 out? I actually don't know when it comes out. Debacle about voice actors aside, that still has nothing to do with why I was like hesitant to buy. I've been hesitant to buy Bayonetta 3 on launch for a long ass time because Platinum haven't put out a good game in 5 years. Okay. I don't want to say that. I don't want to imply that Astral Chain isn't a good game. I don't want to imply that Astral Chain is a bad game because it's not a bad game. It isn't a bad game. Well, that was a lot easier. I thought that'd be the hardest. No, that was actually a lot easier. But yeah, it's just like the best games that Platinum put out. Like the last one of those was 5 years ago, and it was Automata. And honest to God, even though like Platinum's combat in Automata is really good, the rest of Automata is what makes it. Like, it has really good combat, yes, but that's not the part about Automata that makes it such a fantastic fucking game. It helps a lot, and stuff like that. Like, Platinum's work on Automata definitely fucking helps that game be a lot better than it would have been if it was, made like, original Nier. But, like, the highlights and best aspects of it are not because of that, and not because of its combat. Like Nintendo games from before Switch with endings I'd be excited to see someone's reaction to. I can't think of many games after the Switch with endings that I wouldn't. I mean, 3D World. I feel like 3D Worlds, and depending on how much you want to count it, Galaxy 1, were like where that stuff really started. That's where that stuff really started. Because the ending of 3D World is really good. Bayonetta 3 is out. Oh, hey, Densha. Densha, have you been around before and I've just confused you with Mikey the entire time? Or is this your first message? I have a really bad habit of just assuming who's talking based on the color of their name, despite everyone's like, Galaxy 1 was great. Galaxy 1's... Oh, I remember this level. Galaxy 1 has a really good ending. Bayonetta 3 is out and reports that it's really good, but the ending is dog shit. That's concerning, because I think the same thing about Bayonetta 2. I think Bayonetta 2 is... for the people who get really, really intense into Bayonetta combat. Yes, Bayonetta 1 probably has better overall combat than Bayonetta 2. I'm aware of the faults that Bayonetta has 2 in it. But as someone who experiences Bayonetta more casually, because my big ones, you know, I like Bayonetta, but I've never like done a real big deep dive into it. I've never done that. Bayonetta 2 is a casual experience. It's really fun, better than Bayonetta 1. And then the ending sucks compared to Bayonetta 1. So it is really concerning that... It is concerning that Bayonetta 3's ending sucks. If the response is that its ending sucks after Bayonetta 2's ending, oh god. Oh god, that's concerning. Especially considering I was literally saying, what did I literally say earlier? What did I literally say earlier? I used to consider Platinum to be the gods of like making hyper shit endings to their video games. So if they're now shitting the ends of their games, that's really concerning. Apparently, Platinum does lose its luster. I've been looking, but it's my first message. Oh, okay. Well, welcome to the stream. That's just Freddy. Die! Pretty sweet key collection. Do you need all of them for this level? I forget. Okay, you need at least 4. I don't remember if there's more. From understanding, the Duksha ends mostly in the story side. I don't know anything about the ending being close to bad as boss fight or anything. Well, okay, well, the main issue with Bayonetta 2's ending is just Bayonetta 1 set such a high standard for how exciting and awesome an ending could be, and Bayonetta 2's is just significantly worse. Like, Bayonetta 2's ending is just so much less exciting than Bayonetta 1's, and it's extra concerning because there's aspects of Bayonetta 2's ending that try to do the same thing that Bayonetta 1's ending did, but it just does it in a less exciting way. It's concerning that the dogshit part is story. Like, if Bayonetta fans are turning around and saying a story element is, like, genuinely dogshit, that's concerning. Apparently, also, apparently get, like, 1 Viola level for every 3 or 4 Bayo levels. I don't know if that's good or bad. I don't know if that's good or bad. I mean, I'm trying to think of Bayonetta 2. How many, God, what's the kid's name in Bayonetta 2? The kid in the, yellow jacket, what's his name? You don't get many of his, though his combat is incredibly restricted. Loki, that's the one, yeah. He gets very few levels in Bayonetta 2, but also his gameplay is incredibly pared down. So, yeah. People are expecting the players in your character more often than 20% of the game. I mean, like, based on the marketing, I thought she'd be, like, a bonus unlock. Like, I thought she'd show up in the story, and she was, like, a bonus unlockable character to players later, like Sean is. That's what I assumed based on marketing. But that may be because I haven't been paying as much attention. Is that... Bayo's having the opposite problem to my issue with DMC5. My issue with DMC5 is that you play for Dante for way too fucking much. My impression of everyone else is that she was the Nero of this game. So you don't get to... Okay, so what's the issue? You expect her to be Nero, and then you don't get to play as them anywhere near as much as you'd like to. That sounds like it's hitting the... that sounds exactly like she's the Nero of the game. That sounds exactly like she's Nero. Where's the problem? See, my issue with DMC5 is that Dante is way too prevalent. Dante is way too prevalent in DMC5. I don't even think it's the amount of levels that DMC5 has. For Dante, I think it's more so pacing. Like, Nero's part of the game is over, like, under halfway through the game. And, like, I'm not going to spoil DMC5 for those who haven't seen it, but I don't think it's a spoiler to say that, like, Nero is a big focus of the ending of the game. Because, again, there's a sequel to DMC4, so where Nero has that. But, like, Nero disappears from the story, like, less than halfway through, like, the number of levels that exist. Oh, I didn't get picked. And then he has a big important part at the end of the game. But he hasn't been around for a really long fucking time. Because they have to show off Dante, and Dante has to do cool things. And I like the cool things that Dante does, and I'm glad that he's there doing cool things. But, he didn't need to be there for as much of the time as he is to do those cool things. And those cool things possibly could have been spaced out a little bit more with giving Nero time to be cool in between, as opposed to Nero not doing anything cool for like, first third of a game, and then disappearing, and then being in it again. That's my DMC5 issue. That's my DMC5 issue. But you also have to remember, I prefer playing as Nero over Dante, so... I think Nero's a more enjoyable character than Dante, so... it's also a gameplay problem for me. Like, I love DMC5, but I don't think... I think, like, the highs of DMC5 are really, really fucking high, whereas it has way more obvious lows compared to something like DMC3. Whereas I don't think the highs of DMC3 go quite as high as the highs of DMC5, but... Oh, wait, we're not done. We're actually not done yet, are we? But, I don't think the lows of DMC3 go anywhere near as low as the lows of DMC5 are. Also, I'm reporting secondhand from CBS Peter Clapp talking about his time in the game, having not yet finished it himself. Oh, this has ink mines. Well, I didn't realize that. Well, I'm gonna check an ink mine here. Oh, fuck you. They'll probably also overcompensating for the amount of hate Nero got in DMC4. You're on DMC4 rules. Ow. See, my thing, right, with Devil May Cry, is that I love Nero. I love Nero as a character. I love Nero as gameplay, and I love Nero with stories. The issue is that he's had to piggyback off of Dante for both of his stories so far, and Nero is yet to have a game that is his Devil May Cry 3. Nero hasn't had a, like, I mean, DMC5 should have. DMC5 should have been Nero's DMC3, but it isn't, and he hasn't had a game like that yet. Hell, he's barely had the chance to have his own DMC1. Like, it's the fact that, like, again, I'm glad that, like, I'm fine with Dante being in the games and stuff like that. I'm fine with him being a playable character and stuff like that. But the way they've included Dante in DMC 4 and 5 is that Dante ends up taking up so much of the spotlight. It takes so much away from Nero, who's meant to be the character. Bam. Ow. I heard nothing but people complain about Nero's mere existence around the time of DMC4. When it came out, yeah. When it came out, probably. When it came out, probably. So I feel like Nero is a character that people have probably warmed up to over time. Maybe people started warming up to Nero around the time that, DMC, Devil May Cry came out, and they realized, hey, Nero could have been this. So, maybe that's when people were just like, maybe Nero's not so bad. I mean, I've loved Nero since DMC4. Because I think Nero's a really fun character, a really fun and good character. It's all about a ton of gameplay, which is a 9% super positive one. It's all about a ton of gameplay, which is like 9% super positive one. There's no stuff beyond that. It's the level of dumb you just spoke made stories, and he's heard the ending of the story's garbage. But it's something I'd heard him I heard before him saying it, so it's tidbit that's going around. DMC Devil May Cry was the worst. It is definitely bad. It is definitely bad. There's this weird process of my brain that always thinks DMC Devil May Cry isn't as bad as I remember based on my thoughts. And then I see someone play through it again, and I'm just like, wait, yeah, no, it is. No, it is. It is actually... I missed a key again. God damn it. No, it is actually worse than I remember. Never mind. Yeah, the gameplay was kind of but the fucking worst written character story to deal with. It says that I've seen some people's complaints of DMC Devil May Cry is that the story lacks subtlety. And I don't... I've only played D, so I got off it was completely rebalanced. From what I've touched of the original, not good. It's still inferior to Devil May Cry 3 or 4 or 5 in gameplay, rebalanced. Yeah. I've seen people say that the problem with DMC Devil May Cry's story is that it lacks subtlety. Okay. When I'm talking about DMC Devil May Cry story, I have to talk about the story in two separate aspects. I have to talk about the world building and theming of the first half of the game, and I have to talk about the fact that none of that matters for the last half of the game and it becomes about a different thing. I'm referring to the first half of the game where it's about theming and the world and oppression and stuff like that. The problem with DMC Devil May Cry's story isn't that it's not subtle. It shouldn't be a subtle story. You're meant to be, like, it's meant to be punk grunge shit. It's meant to be in-your-face story. It's the fact that it's incredibly shallow. Like, it uses its ideas of just like it could have an in-your-face story about just like how fucked up capitalism is and like the oppression in society because of like all the people at the top and stuff like that. It could have that story and it could be super in your face and not subtle at all about it if it has a message. But DMC Devil May Cry uses it as set dressing to fight a demon, and that's it. And it's stupid. Like, you'll fly along and the word debt will be pasted into the sky, and it's just like, okay, what does this mean? Kill a demon of hell because he wants to kill you because you're a demon of hell. Wait, what? What? Wait, I have to do this level without a weapon. How does this work? I have to do this... Wait, how does this level work without this? Oh, complimentary canned specials. I forgot about that. Okay. This, I'm curious how this is gonna go. This could be really difficult. This could get really difficult depending on how this goes. Okay, so it still stamps. It still stamps. Just you have to pick them up. Okay. Okay. How's this gonna go? Okay. I still have a minute. That works. That works. God damn it. Oh wait, just throw it, just throw it. There we go. Okay, that did get them all. Okay, sick. Okay. Oh, that didn't get them all in a line. Okay, uh-oh. That's a concern. Oh god, okay. Get it! Go! No! 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 So close. I was so close. This is as far back as I can. I was so close. Lol, and lol, and go. This is a cool level. This is like a really cool level idea. It's way on the other side. It's way on the other side. Go! Nice, okay. We're just gonna go for smashing them this time. Okay, fuck. Okay, no, I have an idea. I have an idea. Because if we do this, then we're over here when this spawns already. Yeah! Woo! There we go. There we go. Crush 40'd it. Fuck yeah. I'm so good at video games, everyone. Dancing Yoshi. So have we done every level except for the one? Have we done everything except for the one? I'm gonna use a pen to point at my screen in real life. So I can manually see them all, because I will miss ticks if I don't do that. Yes, 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 yes. Yep, 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 yep. Okay, wait. Yep, yep. Yep, 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 yep. Yep, 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 yep. Very interesting commentary here. Yep, 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 yep. That's what I gotta do. Those aren't birds, I'm terrified. Yep, 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 yep. So I'll make a remix out of this. Yep, 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 and yep, 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 and yep. Okay. Fuck, now I have to do this. Now I have to do this. Fuck, why did I think this was the day? Yep, 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 yep. Why did I say I'd do this? I do not want to do this. Mikey, you've done this. Do you have any advice for how the fuck to do this? Advice that isn't aim good. Advice that isn't aim well. What if... Can't do it here. I was about to say, what if I switch over to joystick aiming for this one moment? Aim terribly, so this game takes pity on you. Unfortunately, it doesn't work at this level. This level fucking sucks. Aim not bad. Is splash bombs an option? I fucking hate this mission so much! Remember the order they fall in? The aiming is the issue. I've got to... Fuck it, I'm just using splash bombs. Fuck it, I'm just gonna use splash bombs. Fuck it, fuck it, fuck it. Okay, I think one goes over here. I'm using splash bombs, fuck this. I will do my own method of cheating. Fuck! Ah! No! I hate this video game. I hate this video game. It's the worst ever made. Ah! Fuck! Thing is, it doesn't matter like how much I do or don't remember. I cannot aim this. I can't do this. Not with a squiffer. Not with a squiffer. I cannot do this with a weapon like this. I literally just think trying to like aim where they land and burst bomb. I think that's genuinely my best chance. Though for the end, I don't know what to do there when they start like rapid falling. I could do that. I saw advice that wasn't aim better. Yeah, the issue is that the advice... What I need to do is aim better. How many burst bombs is that going to take? Jesus. Okay, got it. Why can I not play the fucking video game? Ah! Ah! Why am I like this? Why am I a fucked up mistake of a human? Ah! God damn it. Fuck! I'm not even close to ready, and you know that, Callie and Marie. You know I'm not even slightly approaching ready. Does it land this first one here? Oh, right, I forgot. It still goes up one sec. Why? Why can I not do this? Why is it so hard for me to just point at a thing and shoot the fucking thing? Ah! Like, if I don't get it on the initial approach, I just cannot do it. If I don't get it, like, immediately as it starts flying towards me, it's just not happening. Is there a cheat to do this? My worst enemy. It's my worst enemy. It doesn't help that they move really fucking weird. Like, I swear the arcs and speed that these things move at is just bizarre. Wait, no, it still goes to this side. Like, why does that not hit it? Like, I swear to fucking piss fucks I'm aiming at it. I swear to fuck that my reticle is over it when I shoot at it. And it just doesn't hit, and I don't know why. Ah! I hate this. I hate this. I hate this so much. How am I meant to hit 3 boxes? Fucking goddamn it! Why? Why can I not do that? Why? 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 Why can't I do that? That is such a, like, it's not that hard to hit it, surely. But it's just, I shoot at it several times and all of them completely miss somehow. And I don't even get how that's fucking possible at this point. Like, I'm not even getting lucky shots off anywhere. I'm just completely missing it 100% of the time. Like, if I don't get this initial thing, then it's just fuck you. Like, I can wait here and just go, bam. Like, I just have to, like, know where it's falling and aim at it, and when it passes over, hope I hit it. Why? Like, it's just, I can't do it. I can't do it, and I don't know why. I don't know why this is so much harder for me than anything else. I mean, this took several attempts with a not shitty weapon. How did I not hit it? I swear, how did I not hit that? Ah! Like, I really thought I was aiming at it that time. Like, I really thought I let go when I was aiming at it. I clearly didn't, but that's like, I don't even know how I missed it that time. Ah, oh, fuck. I just, like, I shoot at it several times and it just never connects. And I'm just like, really? Really? I can shoot that many times and it still does nothing? Like, I'm just, like, rapid fire shit and I'm still missing, like, every single one of them? Like, fuck. I hate this. I hate this so much. I hate this. I fucking hate this. I will never be ready for this. Wait, now it still comes over here. Fucking God. These ones are way harder to hit. I think it's just because they're faster. Ah. So the last one is like 5 at once, and that's just never happening. That's just never happening. I'm struggling to do 2 at once. Oh, Jesus Christ. Fuck this. Holy shit! Whew! 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 Ah! Ah! But we did it! Now we only have a super boss to fight. Now it's only a super boss. Hey, Mikey, you've done this. Does the game literally acknowledge that you've done this anywhere in any capacity? I think you mentioned before, no. Because I know in Octo Expansion, the background of the menu changes. The background of the menu changes in Octo Expansion. It does not as far as I can tell. Fuck yeah. We did all of this for literally no reason. There's no reward or anything 1%. It at least changes the menu in Octo Expansion. It at least changes the menu in Octo Expansion. It at least does that. But we know that we did it. Well, again, except for the super boss. But we know we did it. We know we did it. Now we try the final kettle. That's the plan. I try it for 2 attempts, and then I give up and cry, because it's probably going to be like Agent 3 secret in Octo Expansion, and there's just no way I'm going to be able to do it. Like, just no way in hell. No way in hell. Why am I getting, like, several spam texts? What the fuck? It's this one, right? Yeah, I haven't even unlocked it. Do you have anything to say about my heroic efforts? No. 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 No one cares. No one cares that I spent, like, 4 hours doing all... I think it took about 4 hours to redo all of those levels. Because I think the last stream was about 2 hours that we did for this as well. After Alterna. Reach the goal to gain access to the log. Reach the goal? Also, it costs 333. Because Splatoon 3, get it? Reach the goal? Care? It's a level? And the clear reward is 3333. It's a level! Oh, I have a chance in hell of doing this! I mean, I assumed it was a super boss because of the last game. I assumed it was a super boss because it was a super boss in Octo Expansion. It's a level! That is... Oh! I actually have a possibility of doing this. I'm better at that part. Okay. Damn it. Small fry hit. There. Small fry. Small fry. There we go. Sloped ledges immediately to start with. Alright, sick. Hell yeah. Awkward platforming immediately. Whee! Really close to water. Uncomfortably close to the water. I meant small fry. Small fry is going to carry us through any enemy encounter here. They did give me the overpowered weapon for this. I mean, I will say, yeah, it's a cool idea. It's a cool idea that they've made it this instead. I mean, we've done a super boss. We haven't done... Yeah, we haven't done a Champion's Road. Okay, we have rotating platforms on water now. Okay, awesome. 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 Okay. Music. Is that even working? Yeah, it is. Okay, I was about to say, is it even being inked? It is going into the water. Apparently, yes. Apparently, still yes. I need to ink ahead of where I want to stand. Okay, go! Well, that was not quite what I was expecting, but it worked. But it's fine. It's fine. I like it. Like, it being close to the water doesn't actually make a difference. Like, it doesn't make a difference actually being close to the water. You fall off a... There's two of them there, isn't there? I didn't notice until too late there was two of them. You can survive one, you can't really survive two. Yeah, like, it being this close to the water doesn't really make a difference. You fall off a platform, you're gonna fall to your long, long death anyways. But it being close to the water is there just to make you panic more. Death just feels so much closer. It just feels closer, you know? Whee! Music. Splatoon music, always a banger. Always a banger. Whee! This is a type of platforming that we've never done before. This is cool. I mean, there's been plenty of rotating platforms in these, in the Splatoon levels, but navigating between like multiple of these like this, I can't think of any situation like that. It's cool. Super Mario Sunshine style. Does make sense. We've already had a Sunshine reference in this story mode. Thank you, big man. Oh, perfect timing, you idiots. Whee! Lol. Why'd you shoot at me so early? Why'd you shoot at me so early? The music. Okay. Not quite, okay. Ah, you run away from me, you coward. Coward. Small fry, no! Small fry, no! The reputation has been set that this is Champion's Road, so I'm in hyper focus game mode. Okay. Well, that's... Okay. My comparison would have been Splatoon's Darker Side of Champions for works too. Darker Side rules. Whee! Actually haven't used like the squid surge for like full-on platforming there. Fuck yeah. Die! Oh my god, multiple of you, die. Oh my god, a sniper as well. How far away do you want to snipe me from? Wait, where am I actually going up? Wait, where am I going? Or am I just trying to get onto that? Gotta use the squid roll. Gotta use the squid roll. Gotta use squid roll. Fast, evasive maneuvers. Oh! No! Little buddy! Thank you. This is terrifying. This is terrifying. This is terrifying. This makes me want to panic. Why'd I do this? Actually, it helps me stay on there easier. It's fun. Whee! There we go. There we go. Hello. Hello. Hi, how are you? Oh my god. Oh my god. If I died to 3 enemies like that, that would have been embarrassing. Okay. More rolling action. That is terrifying. This is terrifying. This is terrifying. I'm not good with the squid actions. I told you I'm not good with the squid actions. Ah! Now you're just showing off. I'm a show off, what can I say? Okay. There's still so much level left. There is still so much there. Whee! Okay. What's the gimmick? Oh! Oh yeah, that's a gimmick. Okay. Small fry. Get him! Ha ha ha! Small fry cooperation. Hell yeah. Okay. This is fucking terrifying. This is so goddamn terrifying. Ah! Ah! Why? Why? I feel like I'm on the verge of dying at any given second. I feel like at any second, everything could fall apart in an instant. Really do feel like I'm I'm a millisecond away from fucking up at any given moment. Oh, why? Come on! Like, that's why I didn't want to do that! That feels finicky and awkward. Oh, fuck me. Oh, fuck. That is an awkward as shit. Okay. That one is awkward. Trying not to over or under jump on that type of shit is weird. Oh, dear God. Why do I keep trying to do hard things in video games on stream? I swear to God, there's been so many things lately where I'm just like, let's do something really hard on stream. Why do I keep doing this to myself? Why don't I take my why don't I insist on doing simple, easy things for streaming? Why don't I do that? Oh my God. Little buddy. Hit the prick. I should just play easy stuff. Difficult! Difficult to do the hard things. It's not even the first one I've done this fucking week. It's not even the first one I've done this week. Ugh. Though the attempts at this are way longer. Way longer than WoW and Celeste. So for the people who just watched Splatoon, who haven't been watching Celeste, I did WoW this same week. And it was like only like a week or two ago that I was doing like Nightmare King Grim and Hollow Knight. I keep insisting on doing hard things in video games. No, you don't. No, you don't. Whee! What happens when shit... This is what happens when chat demands that I'm a gamer. We want to see you be a gamer. Do the cool things. Ugh. Being a gamer is hard. Have any idea how difficult it is to be a gamer? Especially when I am also not very good at video games in the first place. I am not good at video games. I don't know why I keep insisting on trying to do gamer stuff. Whee! We're doing part 1 to see you be a gamer and do the cool things. God damn it! You're making me do the hard things. You're making me do the hard video game. God damn it. But it's hard to do. The hard things to do in video games are hard to do. Like, I want to be a coward. I want to do the simple, easy thing. I want to play the game and go, wow, look at that, that's cool. And do and do the streamer face when the exciting thing happens. Or to do the streamer, like the YouTube thumbnail face when the surprising thing happens. But instead I have to do the difficult thing and be cool. Ugh. You feel like I'm just trying to tell chat to fuck off when we start getting demanding. I say all of this. I don't think anyone asked me to do the thing. I don't think anyone asked me to do WoW and Celeste. I'm pretty sure that was me asking anyone what is left to do and I will do it. And I don't think anyone told me to do this. I don't think anyone was asking me to do this. I don't think anyone said, hey, can you make sure you do Champions Road in Splatoon? I don't think anyone actually asked. Apparently people are freaking out about me playing Hollow Knight, so I definitely don't think people are asking me to do Nightmare King Grim. People just mentioned there's a kettle one said, here we are! After having done every single other level as well. After having done every single level with every weapon. That strat feels sick as hell. Little buddy is so sick. Little buddy is sick as hell. See, you can't even just hold this here and be done with it. You still fall ever so slightly while doing this. So you still have to like slightly navigate yourself up. Whee! Okay. There we go. Alright, now we're back to hell. How do I do this without fucking up? This is so easy to fuck up. I almost fucked up landing on the thing. Die! I hate that. Don't give me more. No, don't give me more. Oh, kill me now! Oh god, there's so many of them. Oh god, there's so many of them. This is the hardest shit to do. This is the hardest shit to do platforming in this game because there's no like lock-on or specificness to it. It's just jumping. It's just me jumping. Whee! And onto incredibly small rails. I don't know if you see how small these rails are, but they're incredibly fucking tiny. Oh, why would you do this to me? I'm a half-decent person. I don't deserve this in my life. I don't deserve to have to jump across rails like that. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, what the fuck? Okay. They're rotating towards where I have to jump, and it's going down. And no thank you. And no thank you. So, just don't mind me. I'm just gonna do this for a second. I'm just gonna do that for a little bit. I hate everything about this. Whee! Oh, I missed some of the power eggs. I'm not a real gamer, I'm sorry. Okay, yeah, this is Darker Side. No, this is literally Darker Side. I've literally done this part in Darker Side. All power eggs run. Sorry. Again, I'm not a true gamer, I'm sorry. I've literally done this in Darker Side. We might be here for a little bit. We might be here for a little bit. Just give me a second. Just give me a second. So there's so many. I actually did the same thing. Yeah. Yeah. See, the issue here is that there's so many different opportunities to go. Because the layout is so radically different. Which one's going to be the easiest? Because none of it looks good. None of it looks good, but some of it looks way worse than other parts. Like, some parts look way worse, right? Like, trying to go across that, what's that? Ink the walls too for close call jumps. It's really awkward opening these things is the issue. Like, I'm trying my best, but it's just like, yeah. So... I mean, even being this close to just standing on the edge here is terrifying me. Not that I'm like pressing the left, like I have my finger very explicitly very far away from the left stick right now in case I accidentally press it. This touching is too much freeing thing, yeah. When you're given the opportunity to do it, right? It's just where. Like, I'm looking at this, I just don't know which part to do it on. Like, I'm trying to look for where a good spot is. And I can't see a good spot. Like, I think here, because if I can do 1, 2, 3 and get to that the fastest, I can get up there. But if I fuck that up, I have to do that. Yeah. Yeah, I have to ink up the wall there, which I can't reach from here. At least I'm assuming I can't. No. Well, that's why I'm thinking ending on a platform that's high, so I don't have to ink a shitload of it. Like, so, because after these two, after it goes 1, 2, 3, no, not this one. You know, this one. Because that one there, this one goes up high. It's a little bit further away from the wall. But it's like jumping from that to this is going to be awkward. And getting from there to there is not too bad. This one is a little higher. Like, that's what my brain is thinking is the best one. I'm going to do all of this. I'm going to miss jumping onto one of these blocks. You know that, right? I'm going to miss the initial descent onto these blocks. That's 100% what's happening. I'm going to go to aim to jump onto one of these blocks, and I'm going to miss it. I'm going to mistime this jump here. You know that's going to happen. Another transition possible, if you don't fuck up your jumps, you can stay in the loop forever once you're down there. Oh, you definitely could. So, just some of them are way harder. Like this one, you have to go to a narrow gap here. The angle ones have got like their own things and stuff like that. Just like, what's going to be the easiest? I want to go for this. I want to go for that. Because then even if I don't quite make it there in time, jumping to that from this height shouldn't be hopefully too bad. And that's very inked up there. And then getting to that one is high enough that and a straight ledge. Let me ink the very edge of that. Just to make sure. So I can swim up to it as much as I can. Actually, I should probably do that for the tilted one over here as well. I think I already did that. I already did that one. Okay. Alright. Next run through we're going. Next run we're going. I'm terrified. Giving me this much time to wait before I start makes it kind of more terrifying than if I had to go. Because having to go means I just have to do it, where this just builds up the nerves until I eventually attempt it. It's just several minutes of nerves building up. Okay. Oh god, this is so much slower to move across these than I thought. Oh god, it's so much slower than I thought. Whew! Whew! This isn't the end. This somehow isn't the end. It's at least a checkpoint. I forget how this game works. If I run out of lives and have to buy back in, I restart at the checkpoint, right? Like, obviously, if I die, I go back to the checkpoint, but buying in for extra lives is also checkpoint-based, right? Yeah, buying back in is checkpoint as well. So that is hard banked unless I exit the level, yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh, one of presumably several done. I assume it wouldn't be two. Okay, Splatoon. Alright, we're just completely changing the type of level we're doing now. The type of level is also just now completely changed. Okay. The type of level has changed entirely. We're now doing target practice. Fortunately, we have the hero shot, so it's not too bad. They switch you to the stringer for this? Fuck you. Oh god, I went to go to the side there. Boom, 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 boom. Huh, you don't one-shot the balloons. Interesting. Bye! A level of glitch of influence in the soundtrack, don't mention that specifically yet. The story music is very, very good. I'm pretty sure we were talking about it before. Specifically, the Salmon Run music as well is also very good. Because the Salmon Run music is deliberately fucking with time signatures all the time. It's amazing. But you made it to the first checkpoint that fast, actually very impressive. Took me way longer and I died at that last part like twice. I got very paranoid at that last part. Also, it took me like half an hour. It did take me like half an hour. I may have died less, but that's from paranoia and like being incredibly slow to ensure I don't die. Which is a different type of thing. Whee! Should I put? I'm gonna do it. Okay, ready and go! Whee! Okay. Now, I have to get used to. I'm gonna have to swap rails for this. Oh, you fucking kidding me? Come on! Really? I have to hit them twice? Let me literally days finish stage, leave and switch on sleep over half an hour. It's very impressive. It's platforming. That's my shit. It may be a shooter game, but what we did in that first stage is technically platforming. So it's still in my area of expertise for video games. Was it too ambitious for me to do it this stream? I don't know. Actually, I think we're only about 2.5 hours in. I've got plenty of time. if I go late tonight, which I think I can. I don't think I have anything specific plans. Like anything anything I have to do tonight, other than the normal video editing and stuff. I do not like having to hit them multiple times. That feels unfair. Feels unfair that I have to hit them multiple times, especially in a situation like this where... Did I get them all? Oh my god, that is terrifying. Ah! Ah! Did I get him? Okay, I got him. This is terrifying. Ah! Come on! Took me 2.5 hours to beat the whole level. I'm concerned of how long I'm going to be here tonight. The fact that these take multiple bullets to hit is so cheap. It feels very cheap that these require multiple bullets to kill each for the balloons. Alright. Where are the show-offs who are beating this level without any hero upgrades? Where are those people at? They exist. Show yourselves. bomb the group at the end. That is also an option. I forgot that I had splat bombs. I forgot that I had splat bombs. I hate this. Recharge as much as I can, because I'm gonna go. Okay, recharge while there we go. Shot. Charge as much as we can. Okay. Nice. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, okay. Splat bombs don't work on that last bit because you're falling. As Zep's in the whole stage. It is really difficult, that middle part. The triple rail part. That is really goddamn difficult. That last pass is just panic. Like, I hit them all, and the rail spawns, like, as I just passed where it spawns. Okay, go. Move over! Jump! Ah! Jesus. It concerns me how long this thing is going to be and how many different sections there's going to be. Go over! Go over! I don't know what's going on with my jumping over inputs, but they're not working! I'm trying to jump side to side and it's not going! I had multiple sections there where trying to jump side to side and I just wasn't doing it. Possibly a combination of just where my camera was facing at the time and me panicking and just haphazardly whacking the analog stick. Means that I'm technically just facing, like, pushing the analog stick where would be forward. Oh my god, go! Okay, I don't know how I'm fucking up those inputs. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. The jumping is becoming so much worse, and I don't know what I'm doing wrong to fuck that up. Like, I'm doing something dumb, and I don't know what it is. I'm too busy panicking because of because of aiming, that I'm doing something stupid when it comes to just, like, the jumping controls. Everything's gone wrong. Everything's gone wrong. Just kill me. Fuck. Okay. My brain has entered bad state. Gotta reset it and enter good state. Ah! Brain has done a frazzle because of the several failed attempts and the panic at the very end of that last section. Need to get back into focus mode. Hardcore focus. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Did you see my character go over in the air and then come back onto the railing I was standing on? Did you see that? Because I swear my character went to the side of the rail and then back onto the one I was standing on. I swear to fuck that just happened. Like, I swear they went over to the side and then jumped back on. What the fuck? Because I swear it wasn't a straight jump into the air. And I'm trying to focus so much on doing the jump properly that I'm forgetting. Oh yeah, ink is also. Ah! That is so infuriating! Oh, fuck! The rail switching is now what's killing me more than anything. The rail switching is what's killing me here. What the fuck is happening? Have I forgotten how to jump between one rail and another? I'm having multiple moments where I'm jumping and just it's not going over. Which fucks up everything. If you don't get the jump at the right time, well then you're basically just completely fucked. Especially at that last section. Seeing as like input-wise, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Because I feel like I'm doing the exact same thing I did when I first was in this section. Like, I don't think I've done anything differently. Because it's really hard for me to like consciously notice exactly what I'm inputting when I'm playing. Okay, that's like the best I've done that section, so. And the worst I've done this one. Oh, there you go. Okay. Thank God I did that before I ran out of ink. Thank fucking God. Gotta get ready. I don't know what the plan for aiming for this is other than panicking. They seem to just be haphazardly everywhere. Oh god, I thought I didn't see the rail spawn in. I thought the rail didn't fucking spawn in. I thought I still saw a purple line beneath me. I'm just like, what balloon did I miss? Is there like one hidden behind me? Oh, got it. Woo! Woo! Okay, part 2 done. Battle tendency cleared. On to Stardust Crusaders. Whew. More new music. Oh god, it's circle blocks. I'll be honest, I'm terrified of what really hard soaker block level is going to be like. That's a concept that terrifies me. This is why I was terrified of what really hard soaker block level could be. But most of the soaker block stuff isn't too bad in of itself, but what a really hard soaker block level could be is terrifying. Hell yeah. Little buddy is so fucking overpowered. So you unlock this level... Do you unlock this level for beating the game, or do you unlock this level for beating every level? So I'm realizing I actually have no idea. Every level, okay. There's no signature. You gotta try it back up one block at a time, but for the most part, you just gotta trust your own gun. You actually have time to ponder your jumps. Yeah. Oh, I missed. Shit, okay. Hit it, thank you. Oh! Oh, that's not at all what I was expecting. Oh, okay. Okay, that's not that bad. Nice. Commander. Well, he better mind his own manners. Shit. Can you hit me from there? Well, I made this a lot easier. Okay. Little buddy. Oh, we're just going? Whee! Whee! I'm really happy that they put this type of level in Splatoon. Okay, well, that's definitely going to be the one that has that. I'm really happy that this is the type of level that they've included in this. Like, Super Boss is cool, don't get me wrong. But this is something that we've never had before. Like, we've never had platforming that pushes Splatoon controls anywhere near this hard. And this is really cool. Like, because the first game was just like, what can we do, like, mechanics-wise for these types of levels? Ooh, and then they came with an idea for, like, the levels. I don't see a level. Oh! Oh, there's fish. Oh, there's fish. Oh, God, there's fish! Oh, God, okay. Well, get ready on this one. No, you fucking don't. No, you goddamn don't. No, you don't. Whee! A checkpoint in the middle of this? Wow. Wow. A checkpoint in the middle of a pod. Well, we've arrived at Egypt, everyone. Fuck yeah. Welcome to Egypt. That makes sense. I was watching all that going, why don't I remember this? It's not second block section I remember. You forgot the... You're thinking of the Egypt art. So because I also clicked that one go, it was this section I was remembering. I mean, that wasn't one attempt. I did not clear that in one attempt. Oh, there. Oh, there. Good buddy. This is interesting. Having to work out a way to get onto the platforms here. I was terrified for a second that I didn't get that. I was terrified for a second that I didn't actually do that. Optimus hooking me a train. Okay, so this is a rare time. You don't want to do full soaker block. You don't want to go all the way on this. Oh dear God. Oh, okay. 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 This is clever. This is clever. Stop. Fuck. So I'm just gonna wait here for a second. I think the best bet is to just jump it from here and try to land on it. Like, if I just jump there. There we go. Now what are we looking at here? How did I do that? How did I do that? I was on pure panic control just then. How the fuck did I do that? Pure luck. There was so many aspects of that that I almost fucked up. Okay, so here you have to throw it to hit the thing to come out. And then jump on it before it dies. Jump off of it onto the thing before it dies. Okay. Oh, small fry! Sayonara, everyone. So, okay. How do you reach those things? I don't even know if small fry could. I don't know if small fry could reach that. So I'm actually not sure what the play is then. I'm actually not sure how to actually hit that. It might just be small fry, but just better aimed. So I don't think shooting it works. Whoops. Like, this is difficult as shit, and I'm panicking and scared all over the place. Don't get me wrong. This is fucking cool, though. This is fucking cool, though. This is really goddamn sick. Oh, yeah, this one goes above, doesn't it? It's the next ones that are, like, on here. Like, having a level like this, it rules. It really does. Okay. I was careful on that one. Okay, so my goal is I'm going to small fry that one and shoot the other one. There we go. There we go. Okay, getting to is not too bad. Taking time and knowing what to do, it's not too bad. Maybe small fry can reach that. It's just the case of aiming better. Oh! Okay, that's not what I was expecting it to be. I thought it was gonna come out and like smash where we were, and I'd have to make the transition from jumping off of that onto this at the same time. Like as it comes to fly out, I have to like go, like I'm on the platform here, and I have to like jump up as it comes in beneath me. That's a lot easier. That's a hell of a lot easier. Woo! With Dio defeated, we move on to Mario. I see the end of the level. I see the end of the level. It's there. It is there. Though, why do I have a feeling I'm not going to like how I get there? Why do I have a feeling I'm not gonna like how I get there? Yep. Yep. So what's people's opinions on girl power? Oh god! They're the extra health ones! I don't think they've been in the campaign here. No, Gex, how much of a badass are you? They're the extra health ones. I don't think they've been in the entire game so far. I mean, it makes sense that the extra health one's here because, you know, of the level that we're at. Like, with our gun. Oh, the layout changes. Oh, the layout changes too. Okay. I heard one of them next to me. So no super boss, but just a fuckload of enemies. Okay, once the dualies are way harder. The Agent 3 problem. It's the Agent 3 problem. Y'all are idiots. Y'all are idiots. Trying to base on hearing where they're coming from. Didn't really work. I'm worried. Why am I worried? You're you. Go splat them. Okay, so they're now using specials. They're now using specials. Them getting tried by a Small Fry is a fantastic trait once you figured it out. And I saw two of them there, I'm just like, Small Fry does that. Oh god, okay. They're using specials now, and that's terrifying. I need to get away from where they've activated specials. They're using a lot of them. Okay. Separate, nice to leave. Yes, they basically did the same thing for them. Okay, I'm surrounded. I am surrounded. I got very quickly surrounded. Okay, back in there we go. Back in we go. Okay. Re-aim. Alright. In we go. Yeah, when they start using specials, that's when like it's actually a problem. Until then, it's fine. But once they start using specials, yeah, that becomes a problem. Because without them using specials, the only problem is where they are, and if they're there, and if they're somewhere, you can kill them. So that's like the extent of the worries. But once they've got specials, it just increases how many more ways you can get hurt, or how many problems you have to deal with. I mean, I think there's also just a lot more of them in that last phase at once, or at least it seems it. Okay, special that spawn starting with a bunch of ones that only actually use them, like new ones won't spawn to use old ones. Bold to assume I'm going to use any. Bold to assume I'll use any. Do you think I'm going to pop my limit break? I remember auto bombs. I remember auto bombs. I remember Agent 3. I remember Agent 3. Was there others? Oh, there is. The old bomb's living right free on your head. Hey, from the 1 hour that I attempted that shit. Okay, Small Fried died. Oh no, he's back. He's back. Never mind. That went from nothing to every single special surrounding me at once in the space of half a second. That radically shifted in a moment to there's splashdowns, wave breakers, multiple bombs, all happening around me at once. That escalated so fucking rapidly. That was 0 to 100 in the space. Fuck it. Oh my god. Sport gaming kills dirty, as I say. Honest but died to dead squids. Okay, I've already had my armor broken, so this is going very poorly. See, the thing is, I'm trying to spawn camp. Okay, that was just embarrassing. I would try to spawn camp. The issue is I don't know where they spawn from. Like, I know they spawn on the dots, but I don't know which ones they spawn on, and I don't know, like, what order. Like, I am trying to go to them when they spawn, but whenever I go to where one of the spawn spots are, they're, like, very, very rarely actually there. Oh my god! Just die. Just die. Don't even try. Okay. Okay, I'm fucking up this beginning phase way too much. I'm fucking up this beginning phase way too much. This is twice in this first one now that I've lost armor. What the fuck? Stop being an incompetent. Why? Why is this happening now? How did they never get it before and now they're consistently getting it? They were never getting my armor before. What the fuck? Who needs armor? Me, obviously. Me, obviously. Oh, there's nothing there. I think I have my new plan, which is primarily to not stop moving. Hiding out in one spot and trying to let them come to me doesn't work, because then they all come to me at once. If I'm running around constantly, hopefully they won't surround me anywhere near as frequently. Charge armor. Jesus. That spot. Forward. Really? Really? Okay. Okay. My first attempt was by far my best. My first attempt was my best, and I've been embarrassing myself since. Die. 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 What? What? I swear when I got hit just then, all the enemies were off, like, off to the sides there. Oh, they must have just shot and then ducked behind the wall, like, as the bullet was traveling midair. Fuck. I don't know what to say. And when that happens first tries, you best keep doing worse afterwards. It's an extraordinarily consistent thing for me. It is extraordinarily consistent. Fuck! I've done so many game shows, subtitles through my site, considering telling my site reacting and synced. Always goes better once you know it's coming and start adding your brain to the mix. Especially my brain, because I'm a fucking idiot. Celeste was a fantastic example of that. How fucking frequently in Celeste that happens was concerning. Oh, just do that instance at no locations. Yeah, again, people who do this with 0 level ups. Oh my god. I imagine at least someone out there's done it. The issue, oh my god, really? The issue is to do this without any upgrades, you have to like beat the whole fucking game without the upgrades and then do this. Like, I can't go and try it now. I can't try this without upgrades now. To try it without upgrades, I have to go through the work of like getting to this point without the upgrades. Again, it's why games, if any game is going to give you an upgrade, there should be options to turn it off. Like, just go like, I would like to turn off this ability, please. Well, I guess there is its own sense of pride of getting to that level in the first place. Without, like, getting to this level without upgrades means you beat every other level in the game without upgrades, which, like, this would be harder than any of those. But it does also mean that you beat every level without upgrades. But still. Well, that's still. I thought one of this one did. I swear there wasn't this many specials being used at me at once at the start. I swear it took like 2 attempts before I even saw a splashdown. God damn it. I'm just getting completely surrounded and I don't know how to avoid that. Like that first attempt, I feel like I was not getting surrounded. Even in that last phase, I was only dealing with like 1 or 2 of them at a time. But every attempt that I've had since, I don't know how to avoid it. I'm getting to the point where I've got too much shit around me that I'm just getting fucked. Like, I'm not good enough at, like, the core concept of the game, which is, like, controlling my character or anything, to be able to avoid a billion bullshits happening around me. So I need to get good at, so I need to be good enough at the strategy and planning, and like the pre-active parts of it to avoid that situation in the first place. Which that I think I hopefully have the skill to eventually accomplish. Because I'm trying to avoid it in the moment. No, it's not happening. That's not happening. But it's trying to avoid the problem, like the worst of it happening in the first place. That might be within the wrong possibility. You're getting that 2 spawn here. And you kill one there, and another one spawns immediately after in that same spot. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. I don't think more of them spawn over time. Like, I think more of them only spawn... Ah, fuck, I killed my armor. I think more of them only spawn once you start killing them. So it's not worth getting a kill if I'm gonna, like, lose armor or anything. Just run away and re-approach when it's safe. I don't think so. Oh, I thought one spawned here. Fuck, okay. Okay, it seems like they spawn based on where you are when the round starts. Shit. I thought they had predetermined locations. No, I think it is based on what you do. I'll be honest, I don't even know what happened there. I flew off to the side at one point. Glad there's railings on this fucking stage. I don't quite know what happened to me. I know it wasn't good. Recharge, please. Thank you. Nice work. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you fucking don't. Alright, you coward. Show yourself. Did we do it? Have we done it? Did we do it? Was that the successful attempt? We were fresh out there. I think we've done it. I think we did it. I think we did it. Boom! Woo! Yeah! 25 minutes. It was way longer than 25 minutes. Longer than 25 minutes? It was way longer than 25 minutes. There's no... That was like an hour. That was like an hour that took me. We did it! That was really fucking cool. That was really fucking cool. Approximately 75 according to the stream timer. It was over an hour. Alternate world champed. And again, the time of your successful attempts. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I did die a lot, so wow, even the successful attempt was 25 minutes. I am so glad that it wasn't just another super boss. I am glad that they are comfortable enough with the mechanics of this game and done so many levels and tested it so many ways that they can actually now just go, okay, we are confident enough in like Splatoon's platforming and everything that we can make a Champions Road-esque map and nail it, and fuck yes they did. That was a sick level. Hard as hell and a lot of things that were just, oh dear God, why? But it was a sick level. It was really fun. It was fun in that, like, masochistic way. It's fun in a masochistic way of just, like, I'm gonna push myself and try and do this. I'm gonna do poorly, but I'm gonna push myself to do it. And I did it. Woo! Woo! Hell yeah! Alternate world champ. Oh, that's how... I've seen a lot of people run around with this. I've seen a lot of people run around with this. So that's how you get it. So that's how you get it. That's where it's from. And now here's your reward, secret lore time. Is that kettle listed anywhere here? Is that kettle listed anywhere here? I don't think it is. I mean, it's not like it has multiple weapons or anything, but still. All right. Secret lore time. Log.exe. The secret lore. The secret lore. Return of the Mammalians. Return of the Mammalians. Recall for a moment the first apocalypse that devastated the human race. Those who escaped into the caverns of Alterna were not the sole survivors. There were others who escaped via a giant rocket ship, the Ark Polaris. Insert songs by the band. I'm not wearing a Polaris shirt today, god damn it. Launched in the nick of time, the ship was laden with many of Earth's species that had been placed in a cold sleep. The mission was simple: find another planet to replace the Earth. Considering the circumstances of its launch, the Polaris had a smooth voyage, until it reached the edge of the solar system. It was at that point that debris struck the vessel, damaging its navigation system. The crew was able to turn the ship around and head back toward Earth, but the effort was in vain. There was not enough fuel to attempt a landing. The Ark Polaris drifted aimlessly for 10,000 years. Aeons passed. The once stable orbit of the Polaris decayed over time until the ship found itself in the inescapable pull of Earth's gravity. Re-entry was not kind to its inhabitants. All perished save one. Bear number 3! Oh. Earthsign Anomaly 3. An experimental subject who had retained consciousness within his cold hibernation survived. For 12,000 years he had dreamed and plotted. Oh god, no wonder! Oh, he was conscious the entire time. Oh, fuck, no wonder. Ark Polaris is also one of the Salmon Run maps from Splatoon 2, I believe. It is. It is, yes. Fun fact, the ruins of the Ark Polaris was one of the last Salmon Run maps from Splatoon 2. It even had Beware of Bears signs around it. Okay, that part I don't remember. That part I don't remember. Jesus Christ. The lore! The lore! Splatoon lore! Ah! Okay. It's much easier to understand why Mr. Grizz is so, like, hell-bent on his plan. Dude was stuck in stasis for 12,000 years while being able to be conscious that entire time. Fully awakened, Bear number 3 came to a terrible realization. He had not landed on a new planet at all. He was back on Earth. And yet, it was not an Earth he knew. This Earth, it seemed, was dominated by sea creatures. Not a single mammal to be found. Polaris is also part of Ursa Minor because puns. Of course. Of course. Also, he was a regular-ass bear. He was a regular-ass bear. Because when we see him, he's basically a giant teddy bear. When we see him in the, like at the end of the game, he's a giant teddy bear. But here, he's a bear. He's a normal bear. In the course of his search for even a single fellow mammal, Bear number 3 used navigational equipment from the wreckage of the Ark Polaris to discover Alterna. It was a wasteland, of course, but a few of the liquid crystals that had once covered the walls and ceiling remained. With knowledge built during his thousands of years of dreaming, he repaired some of Alterna's facilities and began researching the crystals. His research bore fruit when Bear number 3 compounded some of the liquid crystals with his own fur. The experiment created an entirely new substance with one terrifying property. It could transform any living creature into a mammal. Bear number 3 realized the implications immediately. He could restore the planet to a mammalian paradise. He began stockpiling Fuzzy Ooze, as he called it, within Alterna's still intact rocket. For such a venture, he would require the acquisition of thousands of golden eggs. These were used in the creation of the Fuzzy Ooze, although the exact details have never been recorded in my memory banks. But Bear number 3 had a plan. He founded a corporation that would go on to employ locals to collect his golden eggs under the name Grisco Industries. Mr. Grizz, as he was now known, would pay handsomely for them. With Fuzzy Ooze production peaking thanks to the assistance of unsuspecting Inklings and Octolings, Mr. Grizz took the final step, set his plan into motion. The rocket was loaded. It wouldn't be long now. You can understand a lot more about why like, because let's not sugarcoat it. Grizz's plan is genocidal. Let's not sugarcoat the reality. His plan is genocide. Like, his plan is to kill, I mean, it's several genocides. His plan is to kill every living creature on Earth for the crime of being the things that now lived on the Earth because the humans themselves destroyed it for themselves. Like, it's not like a calamity happened in this universe that drove humans to extinction. It's not like the sea creatures rised up and wiped out the humans. Splatoon lore is very explicit. Humans died because of climate change. Like, the climate change is what caused the extinction of humans. It's very explicit that it's 100% man-made. That, like, humans killed themselves off and took the rest of the mammals with them, yes. So, to not sugarcoat it, Grizz's plan is genocidal to all the sea creatures who now live on the land. Because they happen to be the things that evolved afterwards. After, you know, the humans killed themselves off. So he has an incredibly fucked up plan. But then also, the dude's in stasis for 12,000 years. I think that would send anyone completely and utterly off the edge. I also like the idea that he's a normal ass fucking bear. When he went up to space, he was a normal fucking bear. But you put something into a state of consciousness in hibernation for 12,000 years, and just over time, his thought process enhances to the point where he can do scientific experiments and shit like that. I mean, bears are one of the more intelligent mammals to start with. Bears are up there for non-human mammals for intelligence, I believe. I don't know if they're like the top, but bears are fairly intelligent and stuff like that. But yeah, he put him into stasis for 12,000 years, and over time he does that. And then we send him back to space. Because he didn't die at the end of Return of the Mammalians, didn't he? He got stuck in space. Because he's like orbiting around the credits. So I think someone made a joke when we beat Return of the Mammalians that, and over time Grizz stopped thinking. I don't know if that would be the case for this dude. The dude was thinking for 12,000 years already. I don't know if just being stuck in the ruins of space, whether he would eventually stop thinking. I don't know if he would. He's already been sitting there still thinking for 12,000 years. He may not be quite like cars. He may not be quite like cars. Okay, I will say, because of After Alterna existing, because I had I was thinking about it a lot before, about how I do think Octo Expansion still beats out Return of the Mammalians for me. I was thinking a lot about that before, to just be like, which one do I actually prefer? And I do think it is Octo Expansion. After Alterna's existence at all, because of what it is, because of how, that one, oh god, I tried to crack my neck and I think I just, like, pulled a muscle in it instead. Ow. Because of After Alterna existing at all, this one level rises up Return of the Mammalians quite a bit. Because this is the furthest that they've pushed you for, like, platforming stuff in Splatoon ever. By quite a large margin, if we're being perfectly honest. It is hard as shit. It's hard as shit with a lot of different tricks. And, like, actual, like, full-on tricks, like having to do the squid rolls or jumping between the multiple railing things like that. And it's long. Like, I know there's checkpoints, but even the amount of time between the checkpoints is a lot. There is a lot of time between the checkpoints. So it's still having to do a shitload in a row without dying. After Alterna was really sick. I'm definitely glad that I did it. The first segment alone is beefy. The first segment's probably the longest, but it's probably the longest because it's pure platforming. The first one is the most pure platforming out of all of it, so that one's really long. And then the second one is, like, literally on the rails shooting at, balloons. The middle section, I don't know if the middle section needed a checkpoint. Like the third section. I don't know if the soccer blocks needed a checkpoint. I'm glad it's there. I'm glad it's there, but I'm also shocked that it's there. It's probably because, well, the other parts, if you learn the platforming in that first section enough, you can disgun it. But the soccer blocks, because of their nature, it's going to take a long-ass time anyways. So they probably were just like, okay, put a checkpoint here, because if we don't, it's going to take them forever to come back. Especially, like, that last section is, once again, on rails. You're on the Octo missiles moving, and they move slowly. So that checkpoint might be there more so as a time thing, because it might just take for fucking ever to do that if you died at the end and had to do everything again. Not that it's like a test of skill to do it all again, but it's a long-ass trek to do it all again. Yeah, doing all of the levels with all the weapons. Some of the levels with different weapons are really cool and fun. Like some standouts, like doing this level with the canned specials, that was fun, right? Like that was a cool thing. Some of the other levels doing them with different weapons is like a cool thing. Some of them I already did it with like the hardest weapon to begin with, like one-way ride through Target Town. I did this with the tri-stringer the first time around, and that's the most satisfying way to do that level. It's the hardest, but it's still the most satisfying way to do that level. So I feel like a lot of the weapons that I chose to begin with were like the satisfying ones. You also get a grid sticker if you get splash tag after that. Nice. Nice. How do we get out of here? Back to Splatsville. Let's go check out our rewards for doing all of that. Again, like, I'm not, like, me saying that Auto Expansion's better, it's not to say that Return of the Mammalians is bad. Return of the Mammalians is still really fucking good. It is still really fucking good. I just do think overall, I do prefer... Hey! Hey, it's a Grizz badge. Yeah, it's not to say that Return of the Mammalians is bad. I just do think on a personal level, I do still... What was that? I wish gay people real. Why is Hollow Knight here? Why is Hollow Knight here? Okay. Okay. That is just fantastic. That gets a like. That's just fantastic artwork. Everyone's disappeared now because gay people aren't real. I can't splat the heck out of you without getting closer. Oh, I hope that person... I hope someone has a screenshot of this person and the Dio person standing next to each other. God, I love people posting on Splatverse. It's so good. It's so fucking good. It's so good. I didn't realize how much you lean to the side when you hold this. Look at how lean. Look at how fucking lean. That's some fucking are you okay Annie shit there. What the fuck? Look at her! Look at her go! Look at, she's almost hitting a 45-degree angle. What the fuck? Challenge for everyone at home. Run in a circle like this at that angle and see how immediately you fucking deck your face into the ground. The vibes of Splatoon as a series live on through in those community posts. Splatoon 2 would not have survived without its fake Miiverse. I mean, I've been saying that since Splatoon 1. Hey, Alt10 World Champ. I've been saying that since Splatoon 1. I genuinely believe that how strongly this game focuses on community aspects with the Miiverse and the Splatverse post, with the Splatfest, getting everyone hyped up around a bigger moment and everything like that. I genuinely believe that Splatoon would not have, like, the popularity that it does if it didn't have all of this community shit inside of it. I think it's a really important aspect of Splatoon that I would say is, like, fundamental to what Splatoon is. I don't think you could divorce Splatoon from this anymore. Like, it is as core, like, not exaggerating. I genuinely believe the idea of being able to dress up your character in all of these wild different outfits and have your character stand in other people's lobbies with talking above them and a little picture that you've drawn and all of the memes and shit that get shared with that, I'm not exaggerating when I say I think all of that is as fundamentally what makes Splatoon what it is, as much as the ink mechanics. I genuinely believe that. I genuinely believe that. It would not be the same game without it. It is such a core part of what the game is that I think that that is a big part of why Splatoon 3 is become as successful as it is. Like, I don't think you start an IP on the Wii U of all fucking consoles and have it be something that just 2 games later is one of the biggest mainstays of Nintendo. Like, this is one of Nintendo's biggest franchises now. Like, Splatoon is up there with Mario and Zelda for its franchises nowadays. And you can, that's not just me pulling that out of my ass. You can see that with their marketing. Splatoon is on that level now. Maybe not as much as Mario, because Mario is Mario, but probably Zelda. Probably Zelda. And I do believe that all of this aspect is a big part of that. Oh, we gotta check out the badge. We gotta check out my badge. I gotta show off to people. I gotta show off to people that I beat Secret Kettle Cleared and Found. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I did it. I did it. Fuck yeah. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching Return of the Mammalians. That is single player content now fully, actually, completely done for this game. Until, you know, Pearl Marina's Wedding DLC comes out. I will try my best to do more of the little streams of all the other game modes in there. Single player, like, not single player. Turf War, ranked matches, table turf, some Salmon Run. I'll try my best to do all of that. I've just been busy lately. I'll definitely do the Splatfest coming up. Which is also going to be messy because I'm busy on the weekend of the Splatfest. But I'm busy on my Sunday, so I have all of my Saturday to play the Splatfest. So I at least have that. I at least have the ability to play the Splatfest on the day that it starts, and then I'll try and squeeze in some of it when Tricolor appears the next day. I won't be able to do like a shitload of Tricolor like I did last time, but I'm at least there for the first day of it. I have so many things happening at the moment. It's just like, oh my god. But thank you all so much for watching. After Alternate was sick. Hard as hell, but sick. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you the next time I see you. So until then, this is version 2, signing out.